Let's get nasty on a Tuesday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. The Cardinals get it done last night. Another come-from-behind victory for our Redbirds. And as Carey fist pumps, he's excited because the Cardinals are only 3 games back now of the final wildcard spot.
How about them Cardinals?
Mr. Calm and steady all year. This is why I didn't get on the roller coaster with you guys.
This is for everyone else. It's not for me. I mean,
You're not excited at all?
You're a little excited.
I thought it was a great at-bat by Brendan Donovan. Great to see him being brought off the bench and get a double. Ended up on third base. Thought that was outstanding. Thought he did what he's done all year long. Come up clutch. I'd question why you had to come up clutch against the Rockies, but...
Oh, Carey, that Colorado team
is the worst team in baseball.
Yeah, swept you a couple. Same Colorado team has the ability to sweep you.
I'd venture to say that shouldn't have happened either.
Well, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Cardinals are only 3 games back.
How about that?
Of the wild card.
How about them Cardinals?
Team has 29 comeback wins, tied for 9th in Major League Baseball and 5th in the National League. They're now 61-59. They've won 5 of their last 7, and back-to-back series wins against the Dodgers and Cubs. And of course, they beat the Rockies tonight. That would make 3 series in a row the Cardinals have won. The last night was great. I don't care about the opponent at this point. They traded away Phil Maton, Ryan Helsley, and Steven Matz at the deadline. And they were playing like crapola for most of the second half. This is a nice little run. Now, it might only be a nice stretch, and that's it. But I'm all for it, boys. I'm all for it.
Are you drinking the Kool-Aid?
When did Peter Positive get
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. You drinking the Kool-Aid?
Why not us? Thank you, Marsh.
Listen, I expect this type of talk from Andrew Marsh. He's an innocent man. He gave $10 back to the gas station attendant that he found on the damn ground. This man is a saint. You, sir, have lived life.
Oh, have you ever?
You have lived a full life to this point. Yeah, checkered past, maybe, some would say. You've been through some things, Anthony.
Yeah.
You've seen some. He hasn't. I expect this from him.
He's not wrong.
He hasn't seen anything yet. You got 3 beautiful children.
Thank you.
That are the love of your life, and they beat the hell out of us. The kids, we give them everything we got, and they take. And they don't. And we give, and we keep giving. And they're like, give me more. You're like, I don't have anything left. And you got to keep giving. This is the story of manhood, Anthony.
Wow.
And you have been through enough to, damn it, know better. You fix it, man, before the end of this damn show. What? I expect Marshy to be on the damn roller coaster. You sit your ass on the side and you just wait and see.
Oh, my God.
Because you've been through enough to know better. Am I wrong, Jamie?
Hey, those Cardinals were fun to watch.
Yeah. Brendan Donovan delivered a 2-run go-ahead double, giving the Cardinals that 3-2 lead over the Rockies. Eventually, they get it done. A little shaky in the ninth. Who cares? They closed the door.
That's good for ratings.
Damn right it was. How about Kyle Leahy, huh?
Kyle Leahy is playing well.
That guy's pretty good.
Pitched 2 of 3 scoreless innings in relief of Miles Michaelis.
Well, how about Miles Michaelis?
Who dominated
Dominated
faces. Had a no-no going for a while.
Wait, what was your wager yesterday?
Over 8.5.
That's what I thought.
Did not happen.
I couldn't remember if you actually went with it or not.
Marsh said this is the worst month for Bet the Board. I won't disagree. There was no pushback there because, things are rough.
Jamie hit.
I hit.
You hit yours?
He is under.
Did the Tigers win just out of curiosity?
I don't know.
Yeah, they did 2-1.
Marshy hit.
Mine definitely hit.
He had 1.5 for the Brewers.
Yeah, wow. Well, yeah, they're
you and I
good.
just...
We're trying.
Stinkola.
Yeah. Do you guys think that this post-deadline run, sign of a strong clubhouse culture or just kind of a good stretch run? Because you heard Donovan talk about, it was Donovan, it was Michaelis, it was a couple of the guys that talk about the clubhouse and the clubhouse vibe. You guys buy into that at all?
I think they are having fun. I think losing is hard on your mental. Like when you're not having success, when you're a struggling team, when there are no playoffs in sight, that season feels like it takes forever to end. When you're winning, it's like, damn, we're at the end of the season already. But so to start winning games, I don't care what your record is. I don't care, how old or young your team is. It's an opportunity to play every day, and when you're winning, it's much more fun. That is a huge win for a team, despite who they're playing against. I get it. We're joking, but to win a game in that fashion, Miles Michaelis pitched his butt off. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he allowed a run, not due to his own error, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But he performed really well last night, and the team came up clutch. Brendan Donovan off the bench, clutch hit, big time play. Like, all of those things are fun. It's much better to win than it is to lose. I don't know if this team is a playoff team. I personally don't think so, because the pitching has been up and down, because the hitting has been sporadic here. But to win a game like that last night was fun.
Do you think Cardinal fans will be happy if the Cardinals have a strong push the rest of the season, but don't make the playoffs? Do you think they'll be satisfied given what we've seen in 2025?
Well, I think you have to see the signs, right? So, like, right now, the signs tell you that they should be happy. Walker's playing better. He didn't play last night, which is a little odd for me, but
he did end up getting,
yeah, but I mean,
he didn't start.
Right. I'm
Lars
sorry.
got hurt.
You know what, Marshy? You're right. I worded it wrong.
Good job, guys.
He didn't start.
Well, he should have started.
This is like being in an argument with, like, your significant other. If you don't get the proper, oh my.
You better say it right or don't say it at all.
And if you're wrong, they're going to tell you.
Details matter.
Yeah.
Details
Especially
do
in
matter.
investigation.
All right.
What's that from?
Would you stop? So Walker doesn't start, but Walker is showing you signs of improvement. Brendan Donovan is emerging as the face of the franchise, pretty much. Mason Wynn is showing good signs. You've got lots of guys. Alec Burleson has had a positive year for himself. Leahy's coming out of nowhere. McGreevy's pitching well. So, to me, if things are moving in the right direction for the Cardinals, when we all thought, let's just be honest now, at least I won't speak for all of you, but the general consensus was this was probably a last place team this year coming in. They're going to be last place. We're giving runway to players. We don't know what to expect. They're not last place. We're sitting here 3 games out of a wild card spot. If they don't get in, as long as they're heading in the right direction, and then we're talking about Weatherholt, then we're talking about, Quinn Matthews. Like, now I'm excited. I can get on board for that. If this was a last place year and you didn't have some of the young guys making noise, or you weren't starting to see some of the signs of, like, hey, this team can get better, or it is getting better, then I would feel crappy about it. But if they end the season tomorrow and they're 3 games back of the wild card and they had a nice little push at the end, me personally, I'm okay with that.
Isn't this part of being a fan? Like, if we only are excited when you have a World Series team or a Super Bowl team or a Stanley Cup contender, you're only excited then, and that's your only expectation, then you're not riding the roller coaster. You're like Carey. You're there. You're on the bench. You're watching everybody else go around, have fun, maybe get a little scared at times, get a little nervous, maybe throw up off the side of the roller coaster once or twice. But you don't get to experience the ups and downs of said roller coaster or said season. So you know what? 3 games out of the wild card, I'm all in.
Yeah, why not?
Other thing is we do sports radio for a living, and boy, it's a lot better when the Cardinals are even a fringe contender for a wild card.
I don't think
the third
teams,
one specifically.
The third one.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think teams have to be either really good or really bad. I think you can take joy in the progression of a team. I don't think the Blues had a chance to win the Stanley Cup this year, but that was a fun season. Like, it was a really fun season because you can see the progression of the team throughout the entire year. The only thing for me, I'm speaking for myself. For me, I don't see that transition yet for this Cardinals team. I don't know if it happens this year. If they continue to win, maybe this is similar to what the Blues are or were, and maybe they are closer to making a playoff and potentially making a run. I personally don't think it's there because I know the pitching has the tendency to blow up and stink and not be good at all and not even give you a chance. But if you can give your team 5 hitless innings, like Miles Michaelis did last night, going into the 6th inning, and you can do that every day. If every starter can give you that, then yeah, they got a chance. I haven't seen that from this starting rotation on a consistent basis. So for me, I don't think it's going to be that way. That's just my personal take on it.
We're getting a few text messages, and there's a common denominator within these text messages, and it has to do with Nolan Arenado.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think the team is starting to find their groove because Nolan Arenado is not in the lineup?
No.
No, I think that'd be a little.
Every time Gorman handles the ball
easy.
at third base, makes me
Throw up a
want
little bit.
Nolan Arenado back at third base.
Well, at least he didn't commit a throwing error last night where he threw it up the line a little bit.
Yep, sure did. Did you watch it?
And the
Led to
game before.
Led to the first run of the game.
And the one before that, probably.
Yeah. He's had a rough patch here, guys, some would
Little bit.
say.
Yeah, he stinks at third base. Like it is.
It's not great.
It is not great
He
at
lumbers
all.
around, too. He's not very fleet of foot.
It's not even one of those situations either where you look at it and say, well, maybe we were just spoiled. No, it's just not good.
It's not good at all. Like it wasn't. Wilson didn't even try to catch that ball. He's like, dude, I'm gonna break my damn arm trying to reach for this ball. The runner
Keeps
runs
throwing
into
it
it.
back into the runner's path. It's like someone's going to get hurt.
He's playing dodgeball. You know, if you hit the runner with the ball, he's out.
Like, at least if you're going to do it, hit the runner
You should.
hard.
Right in the thigh.
Make him run that.
Or
first
the
base.
umpire, Edmundo Sosa style.
No.
Marsh, did you have any other text? Nah. Lineup's out.
Oh, baby.
So let's play the lineup game next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to head out to Auto Centers Nissan down in Herculaneum, or check out the great deals that they have online at autocentersnissan.com. They got their It's the Out of This World and Into Your Driveway event sale at Auto Centers Nissan. So right now you can get 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down, and no payments for 3 months on 2025 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos. All three vehicles are built right here in the United States, and at Auto Centers Nissan, they're priced to move with massive dealer discounts. In fact, every new Nissan comes with those dealer discounts, their exclusive lifetime warranty, and the 30-day return promise. All can only be found at Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. The 30-day return promise, by the way, if you don't completely love the vehicle, bring it back. They'll give you a refund of your money and also set you up with something else that you might have been looking at. So take advantage of what they got. If you're shopping new, great. If you're shopping used, no problem. They've got you covered there too. 0 down and no payments for 3 months on a huge lineup of quality pre-owned vehicles at Auto Centers Nissan. Check them out online at autocentersnissan.com. Tell them Stalter sent you. Fast on 101 ESPN lineup game time with the lineup out tonight against the Colorado Rockies. The Cardinals have an opportunity to win the series, win another series, maybe set up an opportunity to sweep the Rockies. It's all coming together, boys. It's all coming together.
Who's on the bump for the old Rockies today?
Kyle Freeland, who's a left-hander.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, hang on,
So-
Anthony. I think what we need to do here today is let Carey ride solo on the leadoff spot. Carey,
We're all in agreement?
we're not saying a word. Let's just let him ride. Let's
Show
let our boy
us.
cook.
Brendan Donovan.
Look at that guy.
Nice.
Yes,
I love
Carey.
it. That's a
Yes,
Hair.
Carey.
well done, Jamie, too. I mean,
I
way
appreciate
to be
you
a leader.
allowing me to make up for my mistake
That's what
yesterday.
it's all about, man.
They're good teammates, man.
You pick up your teammate.
Way
I
to
knew
go.
you'd be
You
there
get
for
guys
us.
like that, man. You can go places.
Let's
You
go.
know?
Darn right.
Plus, your attitude sucked earlier.
It did.
So it's better now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Bit of a crap sandwich.
Of a crap sandwich.
We're constantly getting the most out of each other.
You
All
feel okay.
Yeah, no, I smelled it.
You smelled it?
Yeah, it was a
All
crab sandwich.
Crab sandwich. Just make sure.
I'm just trying to squeeze the most out of Carey.
Crab sandwich, no mustard on that.
What?
You ready?
Go. It's your guy.
Show us Yvonne Herrera.
Oh, Yvonne? That's a French-ass name, Yvonne. Yeah, my little croissant, little cheese on my croissant.
Okay, so I would say it's Alec Burleson, but a couple games ago with a lefty on the bump, Burley hit fourth, I believe. They moved Contreras to third.
You are
They switched
correct. That's correct.
Do they do that again? This is
I
why I
think
wanted
so.
to talk about it.
I say
think so.
yes. If he's done it once, he's bound to do it again. Either way, we believe in you.
I want to say Burley, though.
No, don't do it.
You know?
Say Wilson.
All right, show us Wilson Contreras.
You don't know how to play first base. It's not that
That's
hard.
why you guys are
Don't watch.
teammates.
Good job, Jamie.
Hey, anything worth doing is.
Now I would say this is our guy.
This is AB.
Yeah.
Antonio Bryant?
Oh, no.
Antonio Brown.
And I Bush.
No. Fire up chips. No. This I think is Alec Burleson.
Fire up something.
Well,
I mean, if AB was playing center field for the Cardinals, Antonio Brown would go catch that thing, I promise you. I don't know how he'll do it at the plate. He's probably swung a bat or two in his
Well,
lifetime.
I'm sure he has.
let's just stick with Alec Burleson.
That AB.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, show us Alec Burleson.
I thought I told you I'm a star.
You're already acting like you're a star, and we haven't even opened yet.
All right, so I don't think there's any question. This is Mason Wynn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Show us Mason Wynn.
Bring me that
Okay, so this was what?
It was Gorman
yesterday.
But I think it's who we thought it should have been. Or could have been.
Walker.
Yeah.
I think Gorman's out today.
You think?
I think Sajasi's going to play third base with a left-handed.
What has Gorman shown you to tell you that he should be out of the lineup today?
He's not great against
Anthony?
left-handed pitching.
Oh, the pitching.
It's just
I would
not.
say his overall
And his defense.
demeanor at third. It's actually not his demeanor. It's his play
Yeah.
It's not great.
or lack thereof.
He's been okay at the plate.
Oh yeah.
It's just
He should be a DH then. What do you guys say?
not against a left-handed pitcher, though. I don't see it. I think this is Jordan Walker here.
I agree.
Go
I'm
ahead.
with you.
Go ahead. It's your call, isn't it?
It's on you.
It's
It's on
me?
you.
Show us Jordan Walker, please.
Die for every ball. It's boring otherwise, plus it looks harder. The most important play in right field is what I like to call the janitor throw. Guaranteed out every time. I call it the janitor throw because it cleans up that are trying to take an extra base on you.
All right, so this gets a little tricky. I think we can rule out the Newt
Newt's gone.
after getting hurt last night.
I think he has bad luck.
Is that what you call injury-prone players?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's just bad luck, man.
It's just the body if you were given.
There you go. Some people's bodies, and sometimes the ball just finds you, but not in a good way.
I know what you guys are saying. It's just baseball.
Just baseball.
That's exactly what we're saying.
I think this is Sajasi here.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
All right. Me?
You.
Show us Thomas Ajacey.
What a shame.
Oh, boy.
Post. Go ahead. Clean
Show
up.
us.
Oh, really?
Pozo.
Where did this come from?
In an investigation, details matter.
All right, so what do we need then?
The third baseman.
Third baseman and a center fielder.
This is Sajasi, then Victor Scott.
All right, go ahead.
Show us Thomas Sajasi.
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? It really hurts.
Nope, nothing. I thought I hit you on the shoulder.
My shoulder doesn't hurt very much, but my face does.
All right.
Go for it.
May I?
Yes.
Please do.
Show us Victor Scott, please.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
All righty. Marsh, run it for us.
All right, leading off, second baseman Brendan Donovan. Batting second, your DH, Ivan Herrera. Batting third, playing first base, Wilson Contreras. Your cleanup hitter in left field, Alec Burleson. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Batting sixth in right field, Jordan Walker. Batting seventh and catching is Joel Pozo. Batting eighth, playing third base, Thomas Sajasi. And batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott the second.
Stay fair! Stay fair, stay fair!
Go fair, go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run.
All right, what's our standings?
Jamie leads with 27 points. Carey Davis in second with 18. Anthony, you have 13, and I have 6.
Okay. Jamie.
All right, this is a Wilson Contreras night. Give me Big Willie.
Give me Jordan Walker.
Good call.
Give me Brendan Donovan.
Give me Mason Wynn once again.
Okay. There you have it.
Nobody took Herrera.
No. Nope. Tonight for the Cardinals, it'll be Matthew Liberatore. 6-9 on the year, 3.98 ERA. Be nice for him to finish strong.
It would be.
But anything I think at this point is just kind of cake for him, given that this is he is well past his previous innings mark.
Yeah,
his previous innings high. I think that this has been largely a very successful year for Liberatore. Now, I hope it doesn't go south here in the final 2 months, but either way, you have a bona fide starter, and he's still only 25 years old. That's the thing you kind of overlook. This isn't somebody that's like just figuring it out at 28. He's just entering his prime.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk about the runway, the cliched runway, this is your one player you can circle and say, perfect. This is why you had the runway. Now, you wanted it to for Gorman, you wanted it to for Walker, and maybe there's just enough of the season where you can kind of figure things out with Walker. But with Liberatore, it's got a spot.
I
Good to
agree.
go.
I think he still needs to continue to perform well because you're still trying to solidify what that spot is. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Like, you want to make sure that you are solidified as the number 2 starter for this team going into 2026. Continue to perform well, continue to show up and pitch well, and then you can start to, mark off some of those names. You can start writing some of those names in ink instead of in pencil. And so I think the better he plays, the better he performs down the rest of the stretch of the season. It makes your job easier as a front office as to who is left to fill the rest of those spots.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you got to be happy with what you're getting out of Liberatore right now, especially since he was in your bullpen last year and you were just looking for somewhere to stick him in the rotation or somewhere on your pitching staff because of the Arozarena trade, and you're looking to make sure you get something out of it. He's performed very well.
Darth 007 in the Snake Pit says, everyone is out today. It's going to rain all night.
Oh, is it?
I don't like his attitude. Typically I do, though. I typically like Darth 007. But speaking of rain, I don't like that at all. MD 2020 also has a comment that leads us perfectly into our next segment. You make a handful of errors in a few games, and all of a sudden people don't want you to play third base. Carey suggests, are you done with Nolan Gorman, that experience at third? You're already done with it. That's next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Brendan Donovan with a clutch pinch hit double last night lifted the Cards to a 3-2 victory over the Colorado Rockies. The Cardinals back at it again tonight with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. First pitch is at 6:45. If you miss anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Michaelis back to work. Little chopper toward third. Gorman. Off target throw. Contreras. And the runner safe. Another throwing error. Gorman's got to clean that up. He's made 3 or 4 of those in the last week or so.
Not great.
No, not great, Janet. Not at all. That was Chip Carey on the call last night for FanDuel Sports Network. Cardinals win, but unfortunately Gorman has not played well defensively. And Carey, you posed the question for us. You done with the Nolan Gorman experience at third base?
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
watching.
Straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. I think watching him play third base. Jamie mentioned it earlier. We talk about Nolan Arenado a lot and his bat not playing and performing well, but his damn glove is still outstanding. And I had some numbers here. Nolan Gorman is tied for the team lead in errors with 6. He has 5 of those that came from playing third base. Nolan Arenado has 3 errors. Now, you say, that's not bad. That's not that huge of a difference, right? Nolan Arenado has started 92 games at third base and has those 3 errors. Nolan Gorman has started 19 games at third base and has 5 errors in those 19 starts. Now, he's played 26 games there. Maybe it came in when he came in as a defensive substitution. But why in the hell would you have him as a defensive substitution?
I don't think it's that.
So 19 games as a starter, 5 errors at the position. Last night could have really ruined that game for you. Miles Michaelis was dealing. Your first run that you allow is because you throw the ball up the first base line. It bounces in, and your right fielder has to pick it up. Like, it is bad. Like, I'm steadfast in this belief. I say the same thing about Pozo and his defense behind the plate. That's the other person that he's tied with for the team lead in errors. I'm sorry, it's Gorman. Pozo is Paez is 5th. Pozo, I get them confused. They're the same. Pozo and Paez. 5 errors between the two.
Is it Paez?
Both of them. They both have 5 errors between the two of them.
Pozo and Paez?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't catch the ball. They're catchers that don't catch the ball. So
it's not great.
My concern or my complaint about professional athletes, like, this is your job. It is, if you can't make the throw or you can't get the runner out, then you should eat it. You're not. I mean, when I watch Mason win, I pretty much assume he's going to make every throw. He's outstanding. He has the arm to get it done. He can go in the hole, pick it, and throw it. When I watch Nolan Gorman, and I thought it was a great play. You barehanded. And then the throw just tails to the right, and Wilson Contreras has no chance.
That was a backdoor slider.
It was it had some cut on it. It definitely went the wrong way. But when you're watching professional athletes that aren't doing their job well enough, it begs the question, well, why the hell is he in there? Mm-hmm. How many opportunities do you get to show me that you're not capable of doing your job properly? I played running back, fullback at the National Football League level. If I decided not to pass protect, I'm probably not going to have a job because my quarterback, we can't afford to have that guy with a broken back, broken neck, torn labrum in his shoulder because he got hit as he was throwing. How many opportunities do you give a person that has shown you that they are not capable of doing the job at the level that needs to be done in order for you to win games? Defense is a critical part of baseball. At third base is a premium position. If you can't pick it and throw it, you probably shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, I agree. Let me just play devil's advocate just for a second. Gorman was drafted as a third baseman, I believe, right?
Yes.
he really hasn't played third base at all in the majors. He's been in there spot duty whenever in the last couple of years when they've wanted Arenado to get a day off his feet or whatever. But he's been primarily a second baseman, which means he's practicing at second base. He's throwing from second base. And all of that, although certain plays mimic each other, it's much different to field one down the line at third base and then have to fire a laser beam completely across the field. I know he's a pro baseball player. He should be able to do this stuff. But he also hasn't had the reps. Do I like what I'm seeing?
I don't know.
No.
I'm not listening. I don't want to hear that.
But yeah, you do, Carey.
To me, that's an excuse.
Carey,
Because
hang on, hear me out. So you're a running back and a fullback, okay? And let's say that's what you're drafted as a running back.
Correct.
Okay? You get there. You don't play running back or fullback. They put you at tight end. Somewhere else on the field for a number of years at the NFL level, not college or whatever. And then all of a sudden they plop you back in there after a Hall of Fame running back. So Jerome Bettis, he leaves. They say, Carey Davis, you're no longer a tight end and block it all the time up, but you're going to play running back. You don't think it's going to take you a while to get the reps?
I do, but
That's
I
all
also
I'm
think
saying.
that I'm going to be working on those details in practice.
We don't know he's not.
I know. Well, it ain't translating to the game.
He's only been there how many games?
Starting? He started 19 games.
19 freaking games, Carey.
But he's got
in
5
3
errors,
years.
Jamie. No, this year, 19.
Oh. Well, I thought it was the whole. How many has he started overall in the last 3 years?
It's to Jamie's point, it's still not that much.
It's minuscule. And he's still a young player. I'm not absolving him of the errors. So I don't want to sit here and have you guys say, he's pulling for. I'm not. I'm just saying that it's not an easy task either.
I don't think it's easy.
Especially playing third base.
But if you're not, then the blame is not. We talk about this. Coach Venturi has this great saying: you're either coaching it or you're allowing it. So if you're not coaching him to do that, then you're allowing him to go out there and throw the ball up the first baseline every single time he gets a chance to do it. You're allowing that to happen. So that, to me, if I know you're not good at something,
give him a chance to. Think about what you're saying. You're allowing it. Well, you kind of have to. Otherwise, he'll never play.
How many times do you need to see it?
I don't know. I guess we're not seeing it the same way. Which is fine.
No. I mean, we just heard the intro when we came back. Chip says this is the 4th error in the last couple of games. He's got to fix that.
Well, he does. There's no doubt.
So when do you fix it, or when do you say?
Listen, I don't know enough about what the Cardinals do on a daily basis when it comes time to practice, or how much Nolan Gorman has been taking practice at third base throughout this season, or throughout the last 3 seasons, for that matter. I don't know. But I do know he's played way more second base at the major league level.
Well, we know why they put people at second base.
I'm not going there.
That feel good.
Not going there.
I feel good. Your candle burning brighter over there now?
He's got a forest fire going over here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You know what? To Jamie's point,
to eventually put them in the outfield, of course.
Exactly.
To Jamie's point, there have been, and I'm not trying to sell you on Gorman improving, but there are Major League Baseball players that have struggled defensively earlier in their careers, whether it's because of positioning or errors or poor throws, whatever, that have become pretty good. Marcus Semien. Now, Marcus Semien was a shortstop, so it's different than obviously playing third. If you play short, you typically play other positions, like second.
That's where they put all the athletes at.
Thank you. Marcus Semien transitioned eventually to become a pretty good defender. I know Rafael Devers is still not the best defensive player, and they eventually, brought in Alex Bregman to replace him at third base. Now he's now Devers with the Giants, but it's another player that was awful initially and became okay. But of course, Devers hit, which is the thing Gorman better do if he does stick at third. I think the other big thing here is that none of it's going to matter because J.J. Wetherell's going to be a third baseman next year.
And that's honestly, that's the discussion. We started this conversation talking about, Nolan Gorman and even like Nolan Arenado, if we want to throw him into this mix right now. Like, I'm done with that too.
Yeah.
Like, when and if Nolan Arenado is healthy to come back or whatever, I know they're going to have to play him because he's a Hall of Fame player. But ideally, you don't want to. Like, we're done here. We know you're an elite defensive third baseman. You're a Hall of Famer. Maybe the best, arguably, at least, the best third baseman the Cardinals have ever had. Scott Rowland, Arenado, take your pick of guys that, yeah, I don't care who your horse is, he's right there with them.
Right.
But I'm done. I'd rather see Sajacy at third base, Weatherholt at third base, Gorman back to second. I don't care if you put Donovan in left field because Newpark can't play. He's never healthy. Like, move the pieces around to where you actually get your best lineup on the diamond. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at.
Isn't this the best time to play him at third base, even if he is not good? Then you have answers, and you're like, all right, hey, dude, like, we gave you a shot at third base.
I think Carey's saying he already has those answers.
No, I'm not saying that, but you said this team's going to make the playoffs.
Oh, no, we
said we'd like them to.
No, we're saying why not us?
Yeah. Well, why not? Because you got Nolan Gorman playing third base.
They
That's
won
why.
anyways, Carey.
Thomas Sajacy's playing third base today.
Okay, well, then let's do
He's
that.
pretty good over there.
We're watching you.
But isn't that the reverse, though? Because you're saying that they need to take him out to win games, but you're also saying that you don't believe that
I'm saying
doing enough to make the playoffs.
If you keep him in there, no, you're Nolan Gorman, and this is, again, I say this all the time, I'm not knocking him as a man, but as a player. If I were his coach, I would be telling him the same thing. Bro, that's not good enough. Like, and if you plan on playing in this league long, you're going to have to fix that. Mm-hmm. Unless you're going to hit 45 home runs, then nobody gives a damn if you can pick it at third base. They won't. They'll say be a DH, hit home runs or strike out, go sit down, drink your water while we're out in the field, and when it's your turn to bat, do the damn thing again. You're either one or the other, right? You either, and if you're both, you're really good. And I say this about football too. If you're big, good. If you're fast, good. If you're big and fast, that's great. Like, you're at a premium if you're big and fast. If you're a baseball player that can't hit, damn it, you should be able to field. We say that with Nolan Arenado. He ain't hitting, but damn it, he's over there playing Gold Glove third base. Mm-hmm. We'll tolerate it. Same thing with Victor Scott. Same thing we said about Mason Wynn to start his career. Maybe they won't be great at the plate, but damn it, they can pick it in the field. They're gonna make up for what they don't do at the plate in the field. Conversely, if you're not good in the field, damn it, you better be able to hit the ball really well and hit it far. If you're not doing either, then that's a problem for you as a player and the future of your career. You cannot be bad in both. You got to figure out one. You got to pick up one or the other. And if you're not going to be playing, and you're not going to have a job.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm talking about with Nolan Gorman. You have to be deficient only in one spot. If you're deficient in multiple areas, you'll be looking for a job sooner rather than later.
That's Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. It's the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Speaking of Marshy, he's got what's trending for us next.
topics in the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending, brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, I woke up this morning and saw an article on AP News, and this is what the headline said. Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani, an agent accused of sabotaging $240 million Hawaii real estate project. Did you guys get a chance to check this story out? And if so, is it as bad as the title would indicate?
I read the whole article and kind of dove into it a little bit. And guys, and people are listening, stuff like this happens every day.
Oh.
It happens every day in the business world where you have an entity that owns something large. So in this case here, there's an entity that owns it. They brought in their own developers underneath it who they thought were going to make this happen, build the homes, price the homes accordingly. This whole like elite subdivision, I guess we'll call it, okay? Mm-hmm. It's not a subdivision. It's elite resort land on Hawaii where the houses are going to be priced at like $17.5 million. Mm-hmm. So not your average Joe moving in there. Sure. Anyways, the top entity had the opportunity to bring in Shohei Ohtani and his agent in on the deal. The thought process was they're going to maximize his identity in this, use him as a spokesperson, all this stuff. He's going to live in the first house in this area. He's going to put a pitching lab and all this stuff there where he's going to spend his off seasons.
Like Cardinals can use that.
They should have Shohei's money. Anyways, so I guess what happened is Shohei and the agent were now kind of thrust above the developers. So not quite as high as the actual entity that owns the land and is the top dog, but they got somewhere right beneath that, and they didn't like some of the things the developers were doing. They kept adding things to, we want to change this, change that, change this, change it. They finally got to a point where they went to the top dogs and said, like, we don't think they should be doing the job. We've got other people that can do this stuff. And so they gassed because, let's not forget, the top entity wants Shohei Ohtani. That's the king piece right here. They want him to promote this place, live there, be like that. He's the cog right now. So they fired the other two or whatever, and it cost them, they're saying in their lawsuit it cost them like $242 million.
Yeah.
Which, so now I told Marshy this in the office, like when something like this happens in the business world, you're going to hear one full side of it, which is the business scorned people who lost their shirts in this deal. You won't hear the rebuttal of Ohtani and his agent and the other entities. You might have a defamation of character lawsuit fired back to scare them a little bit. And then what'll probably happen is they'll settle on a number much lower, probably $30 to $50 million total, and say, hey, get out of here, get on your way. But it's not as nefarious as we all think it is. It's literally just a hundreds of millions of dollars deal that went sideways. And that happens all the time, especially when you're developing massive pieces of land. You can go through 2 and 3 and 4 different developers until you find the one that actually can do it. And then there's always lawsuits going back and forth for wrongful dismissal. They didn't get paid enough, all that stuff. It's quite common.
What Jamie just said, I mean, that's exactly how I read it as well. It's like, Ohtani and this Balelo, the agent, tried to undermine, or at least are being accused of undermining the business developer and the other guy. And, they try to use Shohei Ohtani's celebrity status and naming to try to basically develop this, and then Ohtani tried to use, his celebrity status to gain control of the whole situation.
That's what they did. I mean, leverage upon leverage.
Yeah. So
be careful what you wish for.
I don't think this is going to be quite as big as the Shohei Ohtani translator betting scandal.
I think we don't even hear about this again in a week to 7 to 10 days. I don't think anybody's talking about this. Lawyers are going to get involved in this. They're going to sign NDAs. They're going to do all this stuff to keep it super quiet because not just Ohtani, but all the other big names in this, even the top owning entity doesn't want this bad publicity for this compound that they're building. So they're going to basically put a gag order on everybody, and everybody will get their little bit of money, and they'll be fine.
Do you think this is somewhat of a big deal because Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball, and this is not the first big thing that
what are you
kind
talking
of
about?
latch himself to?
I don't think it's going to go viral like the betting thing did.
Okay.
But what Marshy's saying is this a bigger thing because of the betting thing? Like, if Shohei Ohtani had never had any kind of a story at all, except for being a great baseball player, this would kind of be like, well, it must be. We'd all be like, oh, Tony's probably right. They probably tried to screw the guy because he makes all that money. But now we're like,
It's a good question, but I still don't think it has the viral tentacles. Well, there's not a lot of drama to it. Like Jamie's saying, it's a business deal that went sideways. It's not as compelling to the national public as if there was going to be some sort of again, some scandal. I don't think it's going to be a scandal like the betting thing.
There are people, though, Anthony. You might not believe it, but there are people that don't read articles. They just read the headlines.
No way.
I wonder if that could change their perception of them.
this one here, you'd have to definitely read the whole article.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, they're looking to capture not just American people to live there, but they're targeting a large population of Japanese people to make the trip to Hawaii and build there. And obviously Shohei Ohtani with the name that he has over in Japan and here, it makes a lot of sense how they're trying to pull all of this together.
Yeah, they promoted him as Japan's Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
And the first, like Jamie said, the first resident of this residency is going to be like 14 residents. He was going to be the main guy.
They're going for $17 million. How much do you think he's paying for it?
Probably zero.
That's what I was going to say.
Because he's going to make money on the deal. They probably said, okay, we'll give you the house and we'll pay you residuals of blah, blah, blah per house that we sell. And we're going to pay you to voice our commercials and be on our ads and things like that. So Shohei Ohtani will probably pay absolutely nothing to live in this.
That guy making this year $2 million, Anthony?
Right.
Can't barely making, honestly, out in L.A.
The Cardinals could afford him on that salary.
No kidding. Cardinals probably should have been interested in him at that salary. Barely making ends meet out in California right now, Shohei. Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of those Cardinals, I think everybody should block off October 24th because Major League Baseball announced today that is the start date
of the World Series.
Series.
Great. You know, Marshy.
But better save up your sick days, boys.
A lot of time, people don't appreciate that we do take things seriously.
Yeah.
And that right there, I feel like you kind of giving everybody an opportunity to start to take those days off right now.
Yeah.
Is very wise.
And it's a Friday, too, so people should really enjoy that.
It's Friday then.
It's Saturday, Sunday.
And you know what? It would actually be a Freedom Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we can't take that off.
Yeah, no.
No, we won't take it off.
Jamie will.
October what?
What day is
Jamie's missed
No, I'm sorry.
a handful of Freedom Fridays.
It
won't be a Freedom Friday. The 31st, obviously, is a Friday.
I'm not going to miss this
I can
month's
do
Freedom
math.
Friday, though.
No?
No. I will be... No.
He's thinking about it. He almost spoke too soon.
What?
He said,
What do you mean, what?
No, I won't.
I won't be here. I won't be here for this Freedom Friday. I'll be
how's your problem?
I got Illinois plays their first game
I
of the
thought
year.
maybe you had a train ride somewhere.
Clearly, I'm not going to be on any trains anytime soon. Hi, Anthony.
Based on what you tell me, no.
Definitely not on the Cardinals train as they are chugging forward.
Oh, sweet Mary
and making
and
their way
Joseph. Yeah.
into the wild card.
So on that note, is Oli Marmol actually doing a good
No, say it the right
job?
way. Say what you said.
Is that scumbag Oli Marmol actually doing a good job? Pause for dramatic effect. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
the most simple test for me is, are the players buying in, right? Are they playing hard? Are they buying in? You know, Dusty Baker used to get a lot of criticism over his handling of pitching staffs and whether or not he would embrace analytics. The bottom line is, every day, Dusty teams play hard. And I think that's the most important factor, because we've seen teams and heard stories of, you know, managers where the players have kind of turned them off. I don't think if you're around a team, unless you're around a team, you know, every day for a month, for 6 weeks, that you can necessarily make a good judgment on that. And I'm not. I'm dropping in from the outside. But my perception is, you know, and this is from talking with folks on other teams, they think the Cardinals play hard.
That was Buster Olney talking to BK and Ferrario earlier today, and that was when asked what the role of a manager is in today's game. And I thought he brought up a good point about Dusty Baker. His teams played hard. Tony La Russa's teams notoriously played hard. That's where the hard nine came from. It's a team that...
I thought that was... Okay, yeah.
Jamie? Yeah, 9 innings.
Hard nine?
Yeah, they played a hard 9.
Or 9 batters that are hard to get out.
No. They played a hard 9.
Hard 9?
Yes.
Innings.
Innings. Correct. Yes.
Jamie, pay attention.
You know what? Tony was also ahead of the curve. Are you guys done?
We're talking baseball, right?
I thought.
Still talking baseball?
I'm trying.
We are. He's talking about Tony La Russa's hard 9.
Yeah. And his team.
Yep.
Go ahead. Another thing Tony was ahead of the curve on, thanks in large part to Dave Duncan, was analytics. Yes, believe it or not. Dave Duncan had a whole, like, one of those large chests to put all the notebooks in.
That's my version of it, too. Because I am not... You're going to find this hard to believe, guys. I'm not all that computer friendly or savvy.
What do you mean?
I'm just not.
You do a great job with that stuff.
No.
What? Not you, Jamie.
No.
That's the guy that deleted my whole rundown one day. I don't know where the hell it went. Jamie, what the hell are you doing?
I really don't know how I did it. I have notebooks everywhere. I still do all my payroll on, like, spreadsheets, but they're, like, printed out, and then I scan them and email.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Jamie, you and I are going to talk.
What I need is, like, a weekend of, like, going to, like, some kind of a class, like Excel spreadsheet, and, like, you know, so what the hell are you laughing about?
What
are you laughing about?
It's 2025.
He laughed like you were an old man.
I am an old man.
That's what that was. He was tickled inside. Like, listen to this.
I know the kids these days,
old ass man.
they learn that stuff, but they don't know how to open a damn checking account.
No,
so
this is
whatever.
True. Or they don't know how to make phone calls. Like my son,
or talk to people.
Text.
Or just talk to people.
I know how to do all of that.
Yeah, I'm waiting yet to see you be on the phone, Marshy. You tried calling people lately?
I don't go on the phone in between breaks.
Well,
you know, I
think that was a shot. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't need to be on the phone.
Archie has one person to worry about, himself.
This is true.
No offense.
Children.
I know you worry about Rachel, but you've got yourself to worry about.
And at some point, I will worry about little children at some point, and I have the best people surrounding me to teach me how to
and Jamie knows,
be a great father.
Our children don't give a damn that we're on the air from 2 to 6.
No, my kids
every day.
2:15.
What you doing,
Dad?
Dad?
Clockwork. McKenna, what are you doing?
I do the same thing
I
every
gotta send
damn
it
day.
I'm like, I'm on the air. She's like, well, I need to talk to you. I'm on the freaking air every day from 2 to 6, and you call me every freaking day.
My son is texting me and sends question marks. Why aren't you responding?
Oh, please.
I'm busy, man.
Bing,
Did you forget? My daughter, hey, what are you doing? Hey, can you send me the Netflix code?
Dad, I'm at the checkout line at Target. Can you Venmo me? I'm sorry, I got 10 minutes left in my segment. Now, Dad, now. This is embarrassing. I'm holding up the line. Well, what the hell are you asking me now for?
Why did you get in the line with no money?
Well, exactly. Anyways, Oli Marmol.
Anyways,
okay.
So Oli last night.
Should have never laughed.
That's true. Last night, and I know we're not supposed to give Oli Marmol any credit, according to some people. I realize that, okay? So realize I'm about to, sorry for the pun, I'm about to commit a cardinal sin here, all right? But I thought last night, And these are all things. These are his job. Okay, this is his job. But a lot of people don't feel as though that Oli Marmol can't tie his shoes straight, let alone manage a game. I thought last night him navigating the short bench when Lars went out with the knee contusion, another aspect that he did a nice job with. I thought the analytic crowd that's like, hey, you got to go get Leahy. Instead, he decided to use him for a third inning, and that's a rare move for a high leverage reliever. And then finally, when he could have started using some late inning defensive substitutions, which might be another way to say, hey, use the analytics in front of you, use the data in front of you. He decided to use his substitutions to prioritize adding an insurance run. These are all little things that I think we kind of overlook at times. And we only focus on whether or not we like the lineup and whether or not the bullpen moves worked out. Because if they didn't work out, then we can accuse the manager for being a numbnut.
There are times that I applaud Oli, and there are other times where I'm like, what is he doing? Like,
sure.
What was it? I don't know, it was last night, or it was the Sunday night game against the Cubs. Forget who he left in there too long. I'm like, why does he not go? He left in JoJo Romero, I think, a little bit too long there. Kind of clogged up the base. I'm like, why is it? And he's staring at, I'm like, and Leahy is like warming up. I'm like, what? But then it all, seemed to work out.
It worked out, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Jamie, have a glass of shut the hell up.
It worked out, so I won't say anything.
But that's
typically how it goes.
But to me, that's the entire story right there.
Yeah.
Is because baseball is a one batter, one play at a time sport. And the football too, one play at a time, but there's so many variables that go into a football play. Baseball, it's pitcher, batter, fielder. Someone's either going to make a good play or a bad play. Hockey, it's just too fast. It's always moving. It's a constant motion. Basketball, constant motion, too. So the manager in baseball is always scrutinized the most because there are so many little intricate decisions to make in a game. And I think overall, when you look at this team, again, I go back to the first segment we had today, I said that I thought they were going to be a last-place team. And now they're 3 games out of a wild card spot. Say what you will about it. I'm not celebrating with ribbons here.
Right.
But Oli Marmol must be doing something because he is managing better now with less than he's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep that in mind, too. When he took this team over his first year, everybody likes to give all the credit to Waino and Yachty and Albert and Goldie and Arna. Right. Well, he had a stacked team. That's why he made it. Look what happened when he didn't have those guys. Well, he actually did. He didn't have Pujols anymore. But he did have Waino again for another year. He had Goldie. He had Arenado. He had like a lot of the same characters here. Mm. And then this year he's managing a team into being a competitive team that's showing some fire in their belly. I think we got to give him a little bit of credit.
I agree. I think he's and you can micromanage every decision that a manager makes. I think, there are times where the manager makes the right decision and it doesn't work out. And because there's also human beings that are unable to do the job that is required in that moment. I say this all the time in sports as a coach. That's why I think coaching is so overrated. As a coach, I can make a great call and the players do the wrong thing. Or I can make a terrible call and my guys make a miraculous play. You're like, I don't know how that happened. You see Steve Kerr like, don't shoot it. Okay, Steph, that's a great shot actually.
Right.
Because you made it. But we micromanage every single decision in baseball because, like Jamie said, there are so many decisions. Every at-bat, every pitch, everything that is done is a decision that's being made either from the dugout, from the catcher, from the pitcher. It's always being looked at. And so, when you do hit and you decide to, all right, Donnie, I know you're a little banged up, you're a little sore, but you're going to pinch hit in this situation. Boom. RBI double. Now I look like a genius. If Donnie goes up there and strikes out, then you're like, well, I thought he was injured. Why'd you put him in there? That's a dumbass decision, Oli. But you made the right decision because the outcome showed you that the decision was correct. So I think it's just, as a manager, as a coach, you have to block out that outside noise and do what you believe to be right in your heart. And if you do that, you'll be okay more times than not.
I got to address our good friend Lisa here. Lisa, it is like clockwork. If you bring up 2 words, Oli Marmol, Lisa goes into a frenzy. And I love you, Lisa, but Your argument doesn't always hold water here. One, the same argument all the time. Oli Marmol never played in the majors. Okay, great. A lot of guys who are managing never played in the majors. Argument number two is she's like, how many wins in October? How many does Greg Counsell have in October with the Chicago Cubs? And he's widely considered, at least on the market, was considered to be the best or one of the top managers in all of baseball. He was paid accordingly. He doesn't have any wins. He doesn't even have a World Series. So if we're going to use all of these reference points for Oli, and she writes a decade. No, Oli hasn't been here a decade. Oli's been here, this year 4, I believe?
Yeah.
He's been here 4 years. And he's been given a crap sandwich all but 1 year. And the 1 year he didn't have a crap sandwich was aging superstars that he had that everything clicked at the right time. He's never been given a good rotation. Every rotation he's had has had holes in it. And if the rotation was okay, the bullpen had holes in it. And Oli has no control over that. That is a John Mozeliak thing. That is a Michael Gersh at the time thing. Now it's a Chaim Bloom / Mozeliak situation. So I'm not giving Oli manager of the year by any means. But I think you're allowed to give him a little bit of credit for when things are going in the right direction. Sorry, Lisa.
Why are you shaking your head at him?
He said something wrong there.
What did he say?
I'm allowed to give him credit.
What? That's rule number 8. What number are we on in the rules?
Did the machine break or something? What's going on here?
I don't know. Anthony got all quiet.
He got mad.
I don't know if he's mad or if he's...
No, this guy's defending Oli. As did I for most of the segment. NFL divisional preview, NFC South, best case, worst case scenario for those 4 teams. It's next on 101 ESPN.
Time to go around the NFL with a Fast Lane season preview of the NFC South.
It's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. Time to break down the NFC South.
That's division in football, right, Anthony?
No, I would not say that at all.
It's a division in football.
Now, Jamie's right. They are an NFL division. Yeah. All right, let's go from last to first when breaking these teams down.
I think it's going to be exactly the way it ended up last year.
Possibly.
It might be. I'm looking at it right now going, yeah, it looks right.
The New Orleans Saints, they finished 5-12 last season. Do you remember the first 2 weeks when they
were outstanding.
They put it on?
They beat the Cowboys
and somebody else.
5 points.
Was it the Panthers that they put it on?
Might have been.
Hell yeah.
They scored like 487 points in those 2 games. Yeah, things fell apart quickly. New head coach, Kellen Moore. New quarterback. It'll either be Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shook under center, the rookie. I think the Saints will challenge the Giants for the number 1 overall pick next year. That's how bad I think the Saints are going to be.
The Browns are going to be in that discussion, I think, too.
I think the Browns are going to be good.
That's at least fair. That's a fair comment.
Shador.
Could be.
He'll be starting by week 6.
The only thing I think is slightly decent about the Saints, Alvin Kamara, the wide receiver group with Chris Olave, Shaheed, and Cooks, and then their offensive line is okay. It's about that's the nicest things I can say about the Saints.
I mean, you can have a great receiving core. You can have all the weapons. Who's getting those guys the ball? Is Spencer Rattler? Is he slated as your starting quarterback right now? He was highly touted coming out of college or going into college. Had some moved around a little bit, but is he your starter? Do you like Spencer? You like the old rat man?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You don't like Tyler Shook? Shut your mouth. I don't know how to say his damn name.
No good. Not gonna work here anymore.
Are the Saints a team, Carey? We talked about this the other day where, Shador Sanders. I'm not saying I think he's going to be the backup in Cleveland, but is there a quarterback out there where a team has too many quarterbacks, like some young player gets left off? Is there a quarterback out there that the Saints could pick up and actually be okay?
Somebody that gets cut, or you're trading for somebody?
Just a young player that there's too much traffic ahead of him.
I mean, I don't think any of those teams would be willing to part with a back. I mean, you talk about,
but I'm talking about Shador,
Cousins.
like Shador Sanders in his situation. If he wasn't in the top 3 quarterbacks and he got cut, I would think so. I think, we talked about Shador. I think Shador is going to get an opportunity to play somewhere, whether it's, practice squad backup, whether and maybe potentially becoming a starter. I thought he performed really well. Yes.
But I don't think the Saints would be a team. They drafted a quarterback. They valued that quarterback over Shador and anyone else in that draft that that was available. So Jalen Milroe was drafted, I believe, after Tyler Shook. I can't even say his name.
Well,
I don't know how to say it.
It looks like show, but I believe it's pronounced shook.
I thought it was show. Like Shohei.
No.
Best case scenario is one of those QB surprises. I don't think it's going to happen. Worst case scenario is the quarterback sinks the entire roster, and the defensive issues that they're likely to have lead to like a 1-16 season. I think it's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad.
They won 5 games last year, and that was, Derek Carr played what? 10?
They won 5, and 2 of those were right out the gate. Like you said, they were. You thought that they were going to be a really good team based on, you just didn't know the teams that they beat really stunk.
Yeah.
And they weren't good.
Do you know if Kellen Moore can be a head coach, too? That's still.
Well, we know he can call offensive plays when he's got a great offense, because he had an outstanding offense last year. So I don't know. I don't know what the. I have no clue what the old New Orleans Saints are going to be.
All right, so prediction on the New Orleans Saints.
What's their
the record, or where they finish?
What is their
over-under is, let me look, hang tight.
Can't be more than, it's got to be 5.5.
If it's 5,
I think it might be 5.5, but don't quote me on it. I'm trying to look here. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
5.5 would seem about right.
Let's just say it's 5.5. I'm definitely taking the under.
Under.
Yep. All right. Carolina Panthers. Best case scenario.
You get the version of Bryce Young. Like, Bryce Young started to figure some things out last year. Best case scenario is he takes another step forward in that.
It's 4.5, by the way.
That's tough.
I might go over just because.
I'm still going under.
I'm still
wins
going
4
under.
games?
Them.
Yeah.
I think they're a 3 or 4 win team.
The Giants, the Raiders, the Titans, the Browns, and the Patriots all would have been under last year.
Wow. All right, I'm going under for the Saints. For the Carolina Panthers, it's Bryce Young. How well does he perform? And Chuba Hubbard, played outstanding last year. For them to figure it out, you started with Andy Dalton as your starting quarterback, and then you slid Bryce Young in there. He started performing well. Chuba Hubbard ran the ball really well. They added to the receiver room with T. McMillan out of Arizona. So I think that they're going to continue to try to figure some things out in the offensive side of things and passing game. But it all depends on Bryce Young. Is he able to understand pass protection? Is he able to keep himself from getting hit and beat up and taking unnecessary hits? Are the receivers continuing to mature and grow? You drafted Xavier Leggett in the first round. You drafted 2 receivers in the first round the last couple of years. And you have Adam Thielen on that roster, who is a veteran, has been around for a long time. He can help mentor those younger receivers. I think they are going to be better than they were last year, but it all depends on Bryce Young.
I think their offense is going to be pretty good. I mean, they're returning, I think, most of the starters, if not all of them, or at least most of them, and then adding McMillan, the first-round pick this year. I think their supporting cast is good for Bryce Young, and Bryce Young was really good down the stretch last year. It's like that offense just needed time to get used to Dave Canales, and everything came together. I think best-case scenario is his growth, Bryce Young's growth continues, to soar. Offense puts up a lot of points and overcomes a lot of the defensive miscues. The defense is the biggest question mark. I don't think they have a lot of depth. I don't think they've got. They're just the biggest question mark heading into this season for Carolina specifically.
Yeah.
Over under 6.5. I think they're capable of winning 7 games. I'll go over. They won 5 last year. I think they're a better team this year. I think they win.
The old minus
7.
193 differential is not fantastic from last year, but
defense is probably how quickly they got a lot of free agents that they brought in. Starting on their defense, they look like 4 or 5 guys that weren't on the team from last year. Mm-hmm. How well can they gel and come together? Obviously, it's an upgrade because they needed some help on that side. But I would go over just because I do think they'll be okay.
All right, the Falcons finished second last year. They won 8 games, 8-9. Best case scenario.
Falcons? Mm-hmm. Falcons are my team. My pick to win the division. Best case scenario, Michael Penix is who I think he is. Was one of the best quarterbacks, in my opinion, going into the draft last year. I loved him. I thought he did outstanding. I loved him when he was at Indiana before he tore his knee up. Went to Washington, took that team to a national championship game, ran into a buzzsaw. But I thought he was the best, second best quarterback in that draft last year and ended up on the Falcons team. Surprise, surprise, Kirky Cousins. But I think that if Michael Penix Jr., with all of the weapons that the Falcons have, I know you don't like Kyle Pitts. I think he's going to have a breakout year. I love Drake London. Obviously, I love Bijan Robinson. I think that offense, they're all young. They got a young quarterback. They are poised to be electric if he can do some of the things that he did at Washington and at Indiana before he got injured.
I see them right. A better season. I say you flip it. It'll be 9-8 instead of 8-9. I don't see them as a double-digit winning team. I see them in second place in that division.
My biggest question, though, I think the best case scenario is the defense finally comes to play. I mean, they have not had a good defense. Even the year they went to the Super Bowl, they were overcoming a lot of issues defensively. Will they finally have a pass rush? The pass rush is historically bad and has been historically bad for 2 decades now.
They drafted 2 guys.
They drafted 2 dudes. They drafted Pierce out of Tennessee and they drafted Jalen Walker out of Georgia. Can those 2 guys finally give the Falcons a pass rush? I actually like their secondary. Mm-hmm. Jesse Bates has been outstanding for them the last 2 years. A.J. Terrell is number 1 corner. Their opposite corner is a question mark, but they drafted some guys with some thump. safety-wise, Xavier Watson at Notre Dame. I think their defense, if it can provide a pass rush, I think this team could be good. And win the division. That's the best case scenario.
What's their win total?
8.5.
I'm going over.
I'll go over.
I got them double-digit wins.
Okay. Yep. I could see it. I think worst case scenario is Michael Penix doesn't take the strides and the defense is still a work in progress.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you downplaying the Falcons' greatness or their potential to be really good? Or their offensively? Listen, Bijan Robinson is poised to have a breakout year. And I know you dislike Bijan Robinson.
Oh, okay.
I know you dislike Kyle Pitts. I know you hate him.
I don't hate him. I wish
you don't hate him as a man. You just hate him as a Falcon. Kind of like how you hated Kirky Cousins as a Falcon.
I hate that they drafted him 4th overall.
And they could have had Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
He was still on the board, wasn't he?
There's Jamar Chase. There's a bunch of guys. Penei Sewell.
What would you do with Jamar Chase, though?
Right.
What are you going to do with that guy?
At the time, you had him. What's his name was your quarterback?
Desmond Ridder? Or
yes.
Was it?
No,
Marcus Mariota,
wasn't it?
Yeah. That year.
It was Eminem.
That year, no, Matt Ryan. Because I think when Kyle Pitts he had like 1,000 yards receiving as a rookie. That was Matt Ryan.
So it's a quarterback there.
Yeah.
You got to have a quarterback for Kyle. You just said it.
You did.
Am I downplaying it? I realize
because you don't want to get too excited.
Yes.
And speak too highly of a team that you love.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
I figured.
A team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2017.
Who's counting, Anthony?
Buccaneers.
Best case scenario.
They just run it back. I think that's the best case scenario.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I mean,
10-7 seems like a reasonable record. I don't see them being much different, and I think they finish first again. I think Shaky Bakey's done a good job there. Last year, their point differential was plus 117, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I say they run it back.
I don't think they'll run it back. I think Shaky. I won't even call him Shaky Bakey anymore.
You can't really
Baker
anymore.
Mayfield is playing outstanding. I think Mike Evans is getting a little long in the tooth. How well does Chris Godwin respond from his injury? Is he healthy? Because he's a guy that does take the top off the coverage. Is he running at that same level? Running backs, I loved Bucky Irvin out of Oregon, but I just want to see if they're able to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And in my opinion, I don't think that they're the best team in the division. Something about that Falcons team, I think they have everything they need.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I do wonder about Liam Cohen, though, because Baker Mayfield had so much continuity with Liam Cohen, who now is the head coach at Jacksonville, obviously. Duval. So we'll see how they do. I think the Buccaneers getting a little longer in the tooth, but they're still, talent-wise, they're still the best team.
I got to give, you know what? I'll take it back. I just saw that the defensive coordinator is my guy. Old foot dog, Larry Foote. They're going to be great on defense.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to be great, but I just give them credit.
Over-under for the Bucs, 9.5.
Over.
So you think there's two double digits. See, that's the problem. You think there's two double digit.
9 feels 10. Oh.
Do you think there's two double-digit win teams in this division, Carey?
9 feels like a lot.
It is.
For them. 10 feels like I don't think it can be two 10-win teams. 10-plus win teams in the division. Not in that division. Call me crazy.
They won 10 last year. They were 10-7 last year.
But the Falcons didn't win 10.
They won 8.
That's why I said the Falcons would win 9 this year.
I'll go over.
I got to go under then.
I'm going over.
If I'm going as the Falcons are the best team in the division,
you kind of have to.
I have to go under for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
They got to take a step back. I think the Falcons are going to take a step forward.
I think you just mathed that one correctly.
Yeah.
All right. How will the Olympics ultimately affect the Blues? We'll let you know next on 101 ESPN.
All right, there's a great investment opportunity out there for all of you people listening here, and it's not a traditional investment. It's farmland. And people such as Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Shad Khan, several people are investing in farmland. And there is a reason, because you get steady returns on your investment. There's long-term growth. The land, the farm itself appreciates year after year after year. And you don't have to wake up every morning worried about what the stock market is doing, whether it's crashing, whether it's rising. You're not riding the roller coaster. So the company you want to give a call to is AgVest. They have been helping leading financial institutions and people manage over $900 million in farmland, and they're licensed in 10 states. And by the way, if you own farmland and you don't know what to do with it, or you have a nice piece of land that you can't develop or not sure, just call AgVest. They can help you maximize the value with full service management from sourcing and diligence to rent and tenant selection. All you have to do, pick up the phone, call the AgVest founder, my guy, Chris Bronner, at 618-520-7022. Again, that's 618-520-7022. Or you can always visit agvestadvisors.com. Remember to buy land because they're not making any more.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals pick up a victory last night over the Colorado Rockies, 3-2 the final. They'll take on the Rockies once again tonight. Busch Stadium, 6:45 first pitch with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. If you have missed anything from today's show, including our conversation surrounding Nolan Gorman and him playing third base, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. It's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Switching gears, let's get into some hockey. How will the Olympics ultimately affect the Blues this upcoming season? We'll discuss it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this SportsCenter update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
On 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. How will the Olympics impact the Blues next season? So we know that was kind of a big talking point, a big focus last year in the Four Nations tournament, how things kind of turned around. But Parayko, Binnington, possibly Thomas will be playing a lot of hockey this season. How will the impact the Blues overall, and how will that impact Jordan Binnington's usage when it comes to the Olympics?
It's a big deal. And, I don't think we can exclude Philip Broberg either from possibly being on the Swedish Olympic team. It's outside chance, of course, but you never know. So let's just talk about the ones we know are currently in Olympic camp. And right now, currently, I don't know if they're currently, but they did have a get-together for the possible Olympians. Binnington, Parayko, Thomas were three Blues players for Team Canada. Look at last year. Binnington, Parayko played in the Four Nations. And they came back from that, and they played very well. But Robert Thomas and a lot of the players, even the coaching staff, said that the reset was ideal. It was instrumental in their run following the Four Nations.
Right.
Well, this year here, Dave Alexander, Elliot Mondu are two coaches that are going to the Olympics with Team Canada. You got Parayko, Binnington, I think, are locks to go. And then Robert Thomas, right now, all things are indicating that he, at worst case scenario, he might be an extra player that goes to the Olympics. Well, the Four Nations tournament was not as long as the Olympics are going to be. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be practices before exhibition games. Then there'll be the tournament. And you have to assume that Canada is going to be right there at the very end in a medal game, whether that's the gold medal game or the bronze medal game. They're going to be in a medal game at the end of the Olympics. And then you got to fly all the way back from Italy, get going again, because the NHL has to get up and running because they've already sacrificed, 2.5 to 3 weeks' time for this Olympic break. Doesn't give you a lot of rest. So you look at the blue line. What depth do you have? This is where I think having a Justin Falk, having a Logan Mailloux, having a Matthew Kessel are going to be very good things for the Blues, because Colton Parayko might need a couple of games. And I remember, the Olympic breaks when I was playing and all the guys would come back, the coaches would strategically give those guys certain games off. Mm-hmm. Now, when I was with the Red Wings, half our team went to the Olympics. So we came back, he would cycle out guys at the end. We were really good teams, so it didn't really matter.
Right.
We were playing 3/4 of the NHL. We were better than them, no matter who was in the lineup. Mm-hmm. But the Blues aren't going to have that luxury. They're going to be a team that's scratching and clawing for a playoff spot. They're going to need the best lineup possible. And that's where I think it's going to be important, where you can elevate Justin Falk. Hopefully Logan Mailloux is a top 4 defenseman. And Matthew Kessel, we know he can play in the NHL. You'll be that bottom pair. Colton Parayko gets a couple of nights off here and there. Joel Hofer, the big question is, what's going to be the split time between Binnington and Hofer? And going into the season, I thought, it's going to probably look a lot like last year. I disagree. I'm going to disagree with myself, which I do a lot, by the way. I think Hofer sees more time because of this very reason. If Jordan Binnington is backstopping the Canadian Olympic team for 3 weeks over in Italy, you can't bring him back and fire him out there 2 out of every 3 games.
Right.
Not if you really want to make a push for a playoff spot, and if you want to make noise in the playoffs. You're going to have some balance there. And Joel Hofer allows you to do that. He's a heck of a goalie. He's the goalie in waiting, as they say. But that gives you the opportunity to do that. Where the Blues are going to suffer is the Robert Thomas situation. Because right now we know that there's Robert Thomas as your center, your first-line center, and there's a gap. We don't really know who the second-line center is. Mm-hmm. Is it Suter? Is it Shen? Is it somebody else? we're not sure. Where's Dalibor Dvorsky? Probably not going to play center right away. So if Robert Thomas is tired from playing at the Olympics, how do you manage that ice time? Well, you just give him a day off. You can, but I think what you'll see is a lot more practice days off for Robert Thomas rather than him getting like actual games off. And that's fine because guys like Robert Thomas, Parayko, these guys, they play so much. A couple of days off is probably pretty good for them when it comes to practice. But there will be an effect on the roster based upon the amount of hockey being played. Now, the flip side of all that is there are other teams in the NHL that are going to have multiple players involved at the Olympics too. We're just talking about Team Canada right now. Yeah. Several teams will have USA players. Several teams will have Swedish, Finnish players. Like all sorts of teams are going to be affected by it. But of course, with the Blues, these are obviously the premier players that could be fatigued if they're not careful.
What are the odds that Robert Thomas is a mainstay in that Canadian lineup throughout the Olympics? Now, his name is attached to the team, but will he play a pivotal role with that team on a game-to-game basis?
I don't know. To be determined. Robert Thomas, the way he finished the season, probably a third-line center for Canada. But not in the role that he plays here for the Blues. He'd be more of a Ryan O'Reilly-esque type player where he's matched up against some of the other team's top scorers because he is so good defensively. You know, you've got your McDavids of the world, your Nathan McKinnons, great players, not necessarily the most responsible defensively. Now, they don't really have to be when they have the puck the whole time. So that's an advantage they have, but you're going to want to lean on somebody like a Robert Thomas. Now, you can't forget, too, that you're going to have a Sam Bennett there, too. He's a hell of a player. So, yeah, Robert Thomas's role will be dictated on, how his first half of the season goes with the Blues, and then obviously how he shows out once he at the camp this summer, and then once they realign things closer to the Olympics.
You mentioned the Blues won't have as many players in the Olympics as other teams. Maybe a weird question, but do you find that to be beneficial when looking at the Olympics this year, or do you think it's not beneficial given that maybe the talent overall isn't there for the Blues?
Yeah, so if I'm the Florida Panthers and 3/4 of my team are going to the Olympics, I like my chances again.
Right.
Because you have that many players that are the best in the world. Tampa Bay Lightning probably have a lot of guys going. Toronto Maple Leafs, well, Marner's not there, but they'll still have a few guys that are going there.
More risk for injury, though.
It is more risk for injury. So for the Florida Panthers, if we isolate that just for a second, they've been to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years in a row. They're back-to-back champions. They're a hell of a hockey team. Bobrovsky, he won't be playing. Russia does not have a team, so your goalie's going to get some rest for the Olympics, which is good. But everybody else is going to be going, man. Like, Kachuk's going to be there, Barkov's going to be there, Bennett's going to be there, Reinhardt's going to be there. Like, you've got all of these guys that are now, not only are you looking to make a three-peat and go to the Stanley Cup Final 4 years in a row, now you're going to throw in Four Nations last year, which was extra hockey for a lot of the guys, and now 3 weeks at the Olympics. So a team like Florida, because they have so many guys, that could work against them because they've played so many games over the last 3-4 years.
It's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. Can a player be more valuable to your culture than whatever you would get back in a trade? There's a certain Cardinal that Jamie had in mind when he posed this question. It's next on 101 ESPN.
With over 2 decades, that's right, 2 decades, that's 20 years for you, Anthony, of family ownership and operation, E&B Granite is by far St. Louis's trusted name when it comes to renovations for your kitchens, your bathrooms, and your outdoor living spaces. They've got all sorts of countertops, too. Granite, marble, soapstone, amazing selection, and they have it in-house, too. So all you got to do is drive down to 6135 Manchester Avenue, walk in and ask them to see the countertops. You're going to be able to walk through rows and rows of countertops that are available, and you get to pick the one that you love. And they also have a tremendous amount of cabinets for all price points, too. And even the lower price points are fantastic cabinets, quality stuff at E&B Granite. And all of this is usually orchestrated by the in-house design staff. They do a fantastic job of making sure that whatever it is you are remodeling, it ends up being exactly what you want. So please give them a call, book an appointment. Tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you in. They love hearing that, knowing that I'd had my kitchen redone by them as well. That number is 314-645-9300. Again, 314-645-9300. You can always visit them at enbgranite.com. And remember, E&B Granite, luxury for less for Missouri and Illinois.
Chip Carey, FanDuel Sports Network on the call. Jamie, you were thinking about one specific Cardinal player when you kind of posed the question to us, can a player be more valuable to your culture than perhaps what you would get on the open market if you were to trade him?
Yeah, so as I was watching the game last night, one, I was excited to see Brendan Donovan come up to bat, and then he comes through with a massive hit, exciting
he's been
times.
doing it all year.
And he was hurt. And so I thought to myself, you know what? Yes, because we've all talked about Brendan Donovan. Carey's talked about, hey, no, let's play out the arbitration. We've gone back and forth on an extension. Fine, whatever. Have your opinion. We've talked about trading him because you got J.J. Weatherholt and JC and you got Gorman. And you'll get a lot for Donovan. I'm not trading that guy. I'm not. Watching his at-bat last night, and just then, then you look at the last season or even couple of seasons, everything he has become. He's the leader of that team. Mm-hmm. He comes out playing hurt, hits a pinch hit single. The whole bench goes crazy. Oli's going nuts. The fans last night, as soon as Donovan picked up a bat and walked out of the dugout, the energy level picked up in the building. You can just see the impact that Brendan Donovan is having on that team. Nolan Gorman has spoken openly about what Brendan Donovan has meant to him as a teammate and how he has led him down the right path. And his work ethic is second to none. And all. So, yes, could you get a couple of nice pieces in return? But then as you do so, you're losing or sending away what could be your biggest piece of the puzzle when it comes to your culture or what the Cardinal way is now.
Yeah.
And I think there's tremendous value in that, especially for a team like the Cardinals that are trying to find out about all of these young players. Then you are going to add J.J. Weatherholt. You are going to add some young arms in the rotation, in the bullpen. Like, you're going to continue to get younger here as you're building this team up. Like, what value, talk about the value that Donovan can have on a Sajaci. Sajaci also said things publicly about Brendan Donovan, just about, picking up little things from him, and he'll walk over and give him some tips on things. What do you think J.J. Weatherholt's going to do? He's going to pick Brendan Donovan's brain as well. Mm. And then you watch his work ethic in the box. He's the biggest pain in the ass to pitch to in maybe all of Major League Baseball. He'll foul off 9 pitches in a row until you finally make a mistake. I don't know. As much as I did think trading him would be a good idea, make up some room for the young guys. He's getting a little older and all stuff. I think he's the leader of that team now, and I don't even think it's close. I'm keeping him.
Yeah, you can make a case for that. I think what he provides is, as a teammate, those are the things that you can't get from a coaching staff. Like what goes on in the clubhouse, what goes on in the locker room. The person that, when he speaks, everyone turns and they're listening, they're paying attention, they're locked in. I think Brendan Donovan has become that guy for this team. And maybe you get back a better player when he's playing his butt off, so that would say a lot, but you probably don't get back that same leader. Somebody else will have to take a step up and fill that void, but if you're convicted and confident in what Brendan Donovan provides and you think he's going to continue to do that, there may not be a need to trade him, especially if you're not going to get a player back that is better or better suited to help you in that role.
My daughter. Sorry, Carey, not only is she calling me, she's FaceTiming me.
Jamie, what are you doing at 3:56?
I should. Here we go. Hi, McKinnon.
What?
You're live on the air right now, so
Don't
be careful
say
what you
bad
say, okay?
Oh, please, stop.
Yeah, you're live on the air. You called.
What do you need?
You wanted this.
I wanted to show you my new piercing you just paid for.
Oh, yes. Looks wonderful. Hang on, I'm going to show everybody on YouTube. She got her cartilage pierced just in time for school. What is it called? A conch. Okay, good call. Good job.
Is that a shell?
Yep.
Yeah, magic conch. It's from SpongeBob.
McKinnon, why is your face so red?
Get me off the air.
Hey, McKinnon. You do realize that we're on the air from 2 to 6 daily, right?
Okay, sorry.
I know.
Hey, can you ask her if she would trade Brendan Donovan?
Would you trade Brendan Donovan, or do you think he's more valuable to the Cardinals?
So valuable. I don't know.
There you go.
All right.
Still
We'll
valuable.
take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know who that is.
You're not a Rivers.
Unbelievable.
It's storming so bad right now.
All right. Well, drive careful wherever you are. Apparently another country right now. All right. Bye. I love you too. Bye.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Like clockwork. Like clockwork.
You said, and it was less than an hour ago. You said that.
30 minutes, maybe.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Jamie, they don't care what we do.
I just wanted to show you my piercing.
That you bought.
That you paid for.
Yeah.
There's that one, Carey.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways. All right.
Do you guys think that I think trading Brendan Donovan would ruin the culture in the clubhouse?
I don't think it helps it.
I don't know if it ruins it, but I agree. I don't think it helps it either.
I don't think it ruins it because
I think I do think it steps backwards, though.
But sports is people get traded, people retire, people get cut, waived, whatever. There will be somebody else that takes that step up. When Yachty and Waino and Albert left, somebody needed to fill that void, and Brendan Donovan said, "Okay, well, here I am." So if
But he
Brendan
didn't
Donovan,
say, "Here I am." He naturally was that guy,
and somebody
you
else.
know that as a leader,
I don't disagree.
You either are or you're not. You cannot
force it. You can't nominate yourself to be that guy, and people are like, you're not that guy.
Yeah, haven't you quiet down? You're not that guy.
But somebody else will. I don't know who would, but somebody else would. If Brendan Donovan is going to retire at some point. He's not going to play for the rest of his life as a Cardinal. So eventually somebody else. And Jamie, now?
It's pretty good shape.
Listen, at some point.
I know.
We're all done. The way my damn knee feels right now.
I'm a very broken individual.
We are all done at some point.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, it takes a little longer than, getting it done right now.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Well, we got to get it done against Matt, returning Gauntlet contestant. He knocked off Carey in round 1. We'll see who he chooses for round 2 next in the Fastlane on 101 ESPN.
Rondolph Chevrolet. They have been in the business for over 80 years, and there's a reason for that. One, they have tremendous inventory all the time, whether it's brand new vehicles or pre-owned vehicles. Two, they always try to give you the best price available on those cars. You don't have to worry about haggling for the best price. They're trying to give you the best price on a regular basis. Three, they always give you the most money available for your trade-in, too. And it's not some rebate thing. It's actual cash dollar value with your trade-in. That's a Londoff guarantee. And 4, customer service. Right there. Customer service says it all. 80 years in the business. You don't do that by accident. I've been a customer for over 25 years, and all roads lead back to the Londoff Chevrolet team treating you like their family. And now they've got 2 locations. They've got the Florissant, Missouri location that's been there forever, and the new Londoff Autoplex located out in St. Peter's off Highway 70. Both locations have great inventory for whatever you're looking for, and both locations absolutely have that fantastic customer service that you deserve. So please stop by either location. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in, or you can visit them at londoff.com or londoffautoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet.
categories, one challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN 404. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. We welcome in Matt for a second straight Gauntlet appearance. What's up, Matt?
How are we doing?
Pretty good, man. You got past CD yesterday. He's not too happy about that, but you're on to round two. Would you like Marsh, Jamie, or me?
I'll take Marshy.
Marshy is up.
Marshy, expecting that.
All right. Well, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin the wheel, and we'll kick him out.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
All right, here we go. All right, Marsh, let's get out of here, please.
Matt, some of the people in the snake pit want to know if Matt has a conch piercing. Do you have a piercing in your ear, Matt?
No piercings.
Okay. All right. We'll just making sure. What?
Carey, what do we got?
We have random.
Random again. Wow, all right. All right, Matt. Well,
That's very random.
You beat CD and random yesterday, so let's do it again here.
Did you all know Pele was born in Brazil?
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Matt.
So did Matt.
Clearly.
You're going to get 4 random questions. Each question is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. In 2001, this state capital earned the distinction of having the highest per capita consumption of Jell-O in the world. So this state capital earned the distinction of having the highest per capita consumption of Jell-O in the world.
Oh, my gosh. Options, please.
Boise, Salt Lake City, or Toledo?
What was that? What were those options? You cut out.
Boise, Salt Lake City, or Toledo?
Fudge.
Thank you for not cursing.
Salt Lake City. Final answer.
Question 2. There are 3 primary colors on the traditional artist's color wheel. Those colors are red, blue, and what?
Red, blue, and is it green? No. Red, blue, and red. Yellow. Final answer. Red, blue.
Can I question number 3? How many times has legendary trainer Bob Baffert won the Kentucky Derby?
Oh, my gosh. Options, please.
6, 10, or 11?
Six. Final answer.
All right, Matt, last question. For 3 years, this U.S. city has ranked as the most challenging one for pollen allergies. For 3 years, this U.S. city is ranked as the most challenging one for pollen allergies.
What the fast lane is going on here? Options, please.
Wichita, St. Louis,
Wichita.
Kansas.
Wichita.
Look at that spelling.
That's how you spell
That's how you spell Wichita.
Is
Wichita.
it?
Yeah.
Apologies. Sorry. My bad. I looked at it. I'm like, it's got to be Wichita, but it's my fault. I'm an idiot.
It's okay, buddy.
I'm
We're here for you.
stupid.
Start over.
Start over.
You did good.
Matt, let me first apologize. I'm an absolute idiot. We've cleared this time and time again. I'm one of the biggest morons you'll ever meet. Let me start again. For 3 years, this U.S. city has ranked as the most challenging one for pollen allergies. Wichita, St. Louis, or Des Moines? I looked. I'm an idiot.
It's fine.
You're fine.
No, I'm not.
It's fine.
Perfect.
Oh, my gosh. Des Moines. Final answer. I have no idea.
It's not Wichita. I can tell you that. All right, let's bring back Marsh. How you feel, Matt?
Not great.
Okay. Me either.
In Africa.
There you go.
That may be worse than India. We love you, man.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
It's clear.
We love you so much.
Oh, my God.
That's why we love you.
That is
You're going to love this, Marsh.
absolutely why we love you. Oh,
I
my
topped
God.
India.
You're not even playing in the Gauntlet.
And I know. I just confirmed.
I'm gonna
once again. I reaffirm that I'm the biggest moron you ever meet.
I'm going to assume it's random
I've
today.
never heard these two laugh harder, by the way. All right, it's random.
Can you recreate?
Nah, you
I
don't
just have to go back.
I'll tell you.
Just so Marshy gets the same opportunity as Matt.
You know what? I don't want you to because I don't want to throw off my game.
Once you answer it, I'll let you know exactly what I said so you can laugh as well. All right, you ready? It is random. All right. Question 1. In 2001, this state capital earned the distinction of having the highest per capita consumption of Jell-O in the world.
Options:
Boise, Salt Lake City, or Toledo.
You said the city?
Yeah. Well, let me read it again. In 2001, this state capital earned the distinction of having the highest per capita consumption of Jell-O in the world.
And what are the options again?
Boise, Salt Lake City, Toledo.
Oh man, I wish I knew the capitals. Yeah, I have no idea. Let's go with Toledo. Final answer.
Question 2. There are 3 primary colors on the traditional artist's color wheel. Those colors are red, blue, and what?
Red, blue, and green. RGB, right? Or, yeah. And then you have the Roy G. Biv. I'll go with green. Final answer.
Question number 3. How many times has legendary trainer Bob Baffert won the Kentucky Derby?
Options:
6, 10, or 11.
6, 10, or 11. The 10 and 11 are kind of messing me up right now. So I think 6 is the outlier. And 6, as we know, is a serious number. Give me 6. Final answer.
All right, last question. For 3 years, this U.S. city is ranked as the most challenging one for pollen allergies.
What?
For 3 years, this U.S. city is ranked as the most challenging one for pollen allergies.
I have no idea. Options:
Wichita, St. Louis, or Des Moines.
pollen allergies. I'll go with Jamie's city of Wichita. Final answer.
I called it Wichita when I was reading it off.
No, you did not.
I did. I looked at it quick.
Down. He goes, well, look how it's written. I'm like, yeah, Wichita.
I'm an idiot.
spelled.
Not only did I not know how Wichita is spelled, I called it Wichita, so that's what they're laughing about. And yes, Jamie's right. I doubled down on it.
Wichita.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
About what?
I'm really sorry. No,
About what? It's funny.
That was a great moment.
I'm an asshat.
We've all had our stub
That
our
was
toes.
the worst.
No, it's not the worst.
The second worst was India.
Oh, no.
No, those aren't the worst. At least you didn't have to be dumped.
I would have rather been dumped than called a Wichita.
I'm the one that said blank to the wrong word and then said the cuss word.
That was fun. This is just stupid. All right, let's go over these. Matt versus Marsh in the Gauntlet. Let's start with question 3. How many times has legendary trainer Bob Baffert won the Kentucky Derby? Marsh heard the options. He went with 6 because that seems like the outlier. Matt also took the options. He went with 6. Correct answer is
10, 11. Are not the answers. It's 6.
Nice job, guys. 1-1 tie between you two. All right, let's go to the Wichita question. For 3 years, this U.S. city is ranked as the most challenging one for pollen allergies. Matt, with the options, went with Des Moines. Marsh, you went with the correct word, which is Wichita.
Wichita.
Correct answer is?
It is Wichita.
Wichita.
Nice.
Marsh up by 1. Wichita.
Wichita State.
Shockers.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the first one. In 2001, this state capital earned the distinction of having the highest per capita consumption of Jell-O in the world. Marsh, you went with Toledo. Matt, you went with Salt Lake City. Correct answer is?
It is Salt Lake City.
We're all tied up. 2-2. Comes down to this. There are 3 primary colors on the traditional artist color wheel. Red, blue, and what else? Neither of you took the options. Matt went with yellow. Marsh went with green. If it's green, Marsh wins.
Oh, I think it is yellow.
If it's yellow, Matt wins. Your options were green, purple, and yellow. You guys are both at least on the options.
Yeah,
you
yellow.
both have a chance.
No, it's definitely yellow. Yellow and blue make green. I'm an idiot.
Well, at least you didn't.
Yeah, but you had
call
your
Wichita,
RG3 thing going there.
Yeah, I was thinking of Lloyd. Yeah, RG.
Marsh.
What?
At least you didn't call Wichita. Correct answer is?
It is, in fact, yellow.
Matt.
You have chosen wisely.
Congrats, Matt. You won 4-2 today over Marsh. Round 3 tomorrow.
Thank you.
You got it. Nice job there. Congratulations. We'll call you again
Good
tomorrow.
job, Marcy.
Good job, Matt.
All right, you too.
All righty.
Oh, man.
Marsh.
Toledo is not the capital of Ohio.
No.
So, Columbus.
Well, yeah, I don't know the capitals.
He did say
He did say that.
He did
Yeah.
say I don't know the capitals.
That would have helped.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Anthony, we love you.
Look, I said something stupid.
I'm so glad that you
Everybody
said
laughs.
Wichita.
Everybody has a
because-
good time.
No, I think it's embarrassing that I didn't say yellow. But because you said Wichita, it
it's
sort
way
of
worse.
overlooks
Yeah.
what I did.
I might need a map, and I don't know how to read. You know?
Man.
You should laugh at me. It's stupid. It's dumb. I looked real quick. It looks like Wichita. I thought it was spelled wrong. There is no Wichita State or city. That's the other part. Cheetah's an animal. I just added a "we" to it.
Okay.
When you looked at it, did you not say it in your head first?
I did. I said, I'm like, this has got to be Wichita. But then I read it. Wichita. Yeah.
You gave us a great moment, Anthony.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
An outstanding moment.
Good. Happy for everybody.
The Snake Pit's loving it.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting
Text
crushed
line,
as well. I
too.
should. I should be.
Is that where Wichitos are made?
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton. You want to spend time reading it? Go ahead. Fire through it. Fire through it. I should. Let me just wear the dunce hat. Go ahead.
Hang on here. Let me pull some of these up.
There you go. There's a lot of good ones up there.
There is. India is right next to Wichita.
Oh, man.
Orange geography group.
Yep. I saw a couple of orange reading groups.
Oh, man. Let's see here.
Go
The
ahead,
I won't do it to you. I love you too much, brother.
Carey.
I love you too much.
We're already past that point.
Shit is the Italian way of
There it is.
So
That's a good one, too.
We have people texting in the Air Comfort Service text line that actually it should be you to go to the penalty box and I
will.
should stay.
Yeah.
Unless
I'm
you
good with
both
that.
want to go over there.
No. I'm good with that. I'll go to the penalty box. I deserve it. Yeah. Any more?
People texting which cheetah?
Which cheetah was I referring to?
And once again, thank you for saying that because I should have known that yellow was one of the three.
That's a brain fart. That's a brain fart. That's an oversight. That's not an idiot move like I had.
Oh, man.
You guys good?
Cheetah, India.
We'll make sure that you guys got it out.
I'm done.
All right. Good.
No, but
Go ahead.
We got to go to break.
No, we don't. This is our show. We can do whatever
I'm
we
not
want.
reading the text. I'm not done thinking about it.
You know what? You're right. Mine was a brain fart. I'm thinking of the color model, RGB.
You said Roy G. Bivens.
Well, yeah, that's
Roy G. Bivens. Biv. Roy
Roy
G.
G. Biv, which is the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, Bivens. That's why I said Bivens.
Yeah. But the RGB color model is what I was thinking of. And it was a brain fart, Anthony, much like Wichita.
No, Wichita was just stupid. Yours was a brain fart. All right, I'll go to the penalty box. Could the Cardinals' current situation be an early preview of the 2026 roster and strategy? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
If you're looking to sell your home right now here in the St. Louis area, we all know that the market can be confusing at times, especially with interest rates, and then different zip codes carry different price ranges. Take all of that off of your plate and call the best in the business. That's Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. The word guaranteed is there because she guarantees to sell your home for 100% of market value, or she will pay you the difference. Gloria Liu has been in the business for over 20 years now and understands exactly where the market is here in St. Louis. And she's got 24,000 buyers in waiting, which means that the moment you list your home, it might be sold. And again, she's going to sell it for top dollar and quickly. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and give her a call. Give her a call. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. She loves hearing that. And then get ready to sell your home. That number is 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Again, that's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. And remember that Gloria and the seller must agree upon the sales price as well as the possession date.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. I'm in the penalty box.
This is a first.
Being a moron.
You didn't lose, Anthony.
No, I lost.
We actually
all
won. I think we
I may not have lost the gauntlet, but I lost in life.
That's harsh.
That's pretty accurate.
That is harsh.
Pretty harsh.
When you look down and see Wichita and call it Wichita, you're losing at life.
I actually can't wait, by the way, to tell Ashley.
I'm sure she's from Wichita.
The Wichita
Maybe
area.
maybe it'll catch on if I just keep calling it Wichita.
We should just start making T-shirts right now.
Yeah.
You know, back in the Roman times, they actually did call that Wichita
area.
And it got changed over time. I was just using the correct.
You were right, Anthony. We are all wrong.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely wrong, which is why I'm in the penalty box. I'm accepting my punishment.
I'm going to sit down so they can see you.
Could the Cardinals' current situation be an early preview of their 2026 roster strategy? So I was thinking about this last night watching the game. And actually, Jamie, this also goes back to something that I think we were talking about this in a break, and we were discussing, it was yesterday, and we were discussing how the Cardinals might not do anything in the offseason, and I mean anything. No. They may not make a trade. We already assume they're not going to bring in a big-time free agent. Like that's the assumption there, clearly.
What?
They haven't brought in a free agent in a long time. They may make smaller moves, like depth moves, but we also kind of just surmise that, well, maybe they'll trade Newt, or maybe they'll trade Donovan, or maybe they'll make these trades to open up spots. They also might not do anything and say, here you go, Oli, here's the same roster construction, same group of players. Make it work like you're kind of making it work right now.
Yeah, I could see that where they just add like J.J. Weatherholt and say that's our addition this year. I do think they have to make a move in the outfield, though. Like, it is crowded, especially if J.J. Weatherholt is a part of it, and then you really would like to move Brendan Donovan to the outfield. I do think that if given the choice, I'd rather trade Newt Barr than Brendan Donovan. But you need Newt to stay healthy for an extended period of time because everybody else around the league has access to the files, too. You know, they get to find out he's been hurt a lot as well. But again, I'd pick up the phone, I'd call the Dodgers because I think they would be the hungriest team to acquire a Lars Nootbaar. And I'm not expecting huge returns. The Dodgers, you're probably going to get something pretty good. They do a great job of drafting, developing, and doing all that stuff. But at least then it gives you a little bit of clarity in your outfield. I do think you're probably going to have to sign a starting pitcher of some caliber. You know, McGreevy replaced Eric Fetty. Who's going to replace Miles Michaelis? Because that's ultimately what you have to do. Not saying that they're big shoes to fill, Carey. But, but you still have to replace Miles Michaelis.
Miles Michaelis is going to replace Miles Michaelis.
No, he's not. No chance of that happening.
Did you watch him last night?
I did. Okay. And I've seen him several times before. But either way, so now you have to promote. So is Graceffo the guy? No matter how high you are on, let's say, Quinn Matthews or even Liam Doyle, if he comes out of nowhere, or, you know, you've got Graceffo that you want to put Leahy, those are all question marks. They're question marks. So if I'm Chaim Bloom, I don't want to make the same mistake John Mozeliak made a couple of years ago, thinking I had my rotation set, and it wasn't. Or there was an injury, and it screwed everything up. I'd rather have more bodies to funnel into that spot than not having enough. Mm-hmm. So I think that you're going to have to at least sign somebody there. And I think that's kind of it. Like you said, I think that's it.
Yeah. How would you guys feel about it, too? Because I know I would be frustrated, but not surprised.
I am prepared for this team to pretty much run it back. I agree with Jamie. I think you do have to do something because there are too many bats and not enough spots. With Ron Herrera not being your everyday catcher, it takes one spot in the lineup away because now you got to have a catcher in there. I think maybe that is a position that they upgrade at with catcher, bringing maybe Crooks up or somebody from inside the organization to be your everyday catcher. But other than that, I don't know. The notion that they're going to trade Lars Nootbaar, they're going to trade Nolan Gorman. What are you getting? Are you just, if you're trading those guys at this point, I think you're just trying to get them off of your roster because you're not going to get much in return that is going to help you for 2026, maybe 27, maybe 28, but not anything for next year, in my opinion, because Lars, again, not to beat him down, but he hurt himself again. Not on purpose. It's not like he just sometimes players have bad luck. And I think he's one of those guys that has a little bit of bad luck. Nolan Gorman, you're seeing him every day at third base. It's not great. So what value do they have for other teams? I think people often say, well, just trade them. Oh, yeah, cool. To who?
Right.
Who's going to want them? And again, is it just to get them off of the roster to clear up some space? Or is it because we're going to trade them because we need something of value to come back that can help us in 2 to 3 years? I don't know if that's what you're going to get back for those guys. So, it's a decision that has to be made. We're going to hold on to them because we don't feel like the value in the trade is going to be enough, and they're going to be on our bench, or we're just going to trade them and let them go, and we'll deal with the ramifications of that later.
Yeah, it's kind of like what the Blues did with Zach Bolduc. You may not like that trade, but the Blues clearly got something in return in Logan Mailloux, where you're trying to upgrade your defense with a young, cost-control player with plenty of upside. You traded a young offensive player with plenty of upside because you dealt from that depth. So unless it's something like that, where you're trading Newt for a young starter or somebody like Gorman. I don't know what Gorman's trade market looks like in the offseason. Unless you're doing that where you're swapping something for a clear need, then I wonder if this is just going to be the Cardinals roster position player wise, not pitching, but position player wise next offseason. And we're all just going to have to be like, all right, we're just going to deal with it. We're going to run it back until some of these young pitching is
I just don't think
ready.
they can. Because the biggest problem they have is the outfield. Because right now, let's just go through you got Walker, Burleson, Victor Scott, Newt Barr, Herrera, because that's where you're playing them from time to time. They've done it, so they've kind of showed you their cards.
They've opened the door.
And then if Weatherholt comes up, you're probably moving Donnie to the outfield. That's 6 outfielders.
Well, you might move him to third base. If you can do something with Nolan.
But then where does
Arenado.
JC play?
So JC could be a bat off of the bench. Nolan Arenado is the one I would be more worried about than Thomas Ajayci.
But I'm just saying your outfield right now, still, even if it's only 5, and they're not like 5 dynamic players. So like,
right, which is what Ollie's having to deal with right now.
Yeah,
when he's manipulating the lineups and he's kind of trying to get creative with it, and he's, we're all bitching about, well, why is Walker on the bench? Why is he not getting a set? Well, because you're trying to make this all work with the roster that you have. I wouldn't put it past the Cardinals for just running it back next year position player wise. Even for I don't disagree with what you're saying. I personally don't disagree with what you're saying, Jamie, in terms of the outfield construction, even the roster construction. We've talked about this. They've got a roster primarily full of half players.
Yes,
guys that can either hit or play defense, and it's a mess. But if Ollie can make it work, and the trades aren't what Bloom is looking for in the offseason, again, I wonder if they just say, hey, strategy and the roster that you saw at the end of 2025 is going to wind up being largely what it is in 2026. We'll find out. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Which quarterbacks are at a crossroads heading into the 2025 NFL season? We'll discuss that next on 101 ESPN.
Circus Sports got a lot going on, especially when it comes time to welcome in the NFL season. And Some of you may or may not know that Derek Stevens, the owner of Circa Las Vegas, he had a vision a long time ago to create the world's largest sports book. And he did so in his casino in Las Vegas. And now the world's largest sports book right in the palm of your hand, because you can download Circa Sports Illinois, the app, super easy to locate. You can find it on the website or the app store. It's very, very user-friendly. They got great lines on futures, bets, tight money line splits, and they've got the best odds of any app that is available right there on the market currently today. You can also run your contests in the palm of your hand. Now, you do have to go to Las Vegas and sign up in person for contests like Circa Million or Circa Survivor. But once you do that, you can manage everything on your tablet, your phone, whatever device you're using, as long as you have the Circa Sports Illinois app. So please don't miss out on all that action. Download the app, bet like a pro with Circa Sports Illinois app, and join in on all the excitement and all the chaos. Gotta love it. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals pick up a 3-2 victory last night over the Colorado Rockies. They'll be back in action tonight with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. First pitch tonight against the Rockies, 6:45. If you have missed anything from today's show, including the Gauntlet, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Which quarterbacks are at a crossroads in 2025? We'll talk about it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at Londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Well, as Marcia said it in the Sports Center update, which quarterbacks are at a crossroads in 2025? Carey, Super Bowl champion. If I said one quarterback, because I think there's several, but if there's one quarterback that you think is at the crossroads, and you circle that quarterback, which quarterback would that be?
Meaning needs to perform well or be
it could be
replaced?
It could be a career thing, like quarterback at a career, standpoint. It could be for his team.
Well, I mean, most of the guys have gotten paid. Or Justin Fields would be on that list because, again, if he doesn't perform well, the Jets stink. They're drafting a quarterback in the first round. They're trying to replace him. So for career-wise, Justin Fields is probably at the top of that list. I don't think any of the second-year quarterbacks, I wouldn't put Trevor Lawrence in there because he's gotten paid. It's not a make-or-break year in terms of whether or not you get paid or lose your job.
So even in like public perceptions, it just doesn't matter because he got paid?
Well, I think public perception does matter.
If that's the case, then that limits our pool of quarterbacks at the crossroads because there's lots of guys that got paid that are, in my opinion, at risk of, they're not the best at their job anymore.
But I don't think they're at risk of losing that job because of that, because they got paid.
Kirky football. What happened to him?
Well, he's an older gentleman, and they went in a different direction. Well, I don't think Trevor Lawrence, unless he just goes out there and stinks it up.
I wasn't specifically talking about Trevor Lawrence because I have a couple in my mind that are not young.
For me, it's just Justin Fields is at the top of the list for me because he's one of those guys that not young, not old, not making a lot of money, has a chance to, if he performs really well, to sign an extension and get paid a lot of money, or if he performs really poorly, could be replaced and be a backup or out of the league next year. Mm-hmm. It's kind of that for him. But the other quarterbacks are younger guys. Like Caleb Williams, for me, I know it's his second year. I know there are high expectations. You're the first draft pick overall, and people have high expectations based on who your head coach is now and where he came from and how good that offense was. But he's still a second-year quarterback, so I don't put that much pressure on him. So for me, it's Justin Fields.
I've got two, and there are different ends of the spectrum for me. First one I got is based upon, one, his productivity, and two, his ability to stay healthy, and that's Tua. I think Tua's at a point where you're like, what is he really? Like, I don't know if he's an elite quarterback. I actually don't think he's an elite quarterback. I think he's okay, but then he's hurt a lot. So, like, if he has another season where he's average or gets hurt again, like, if you're the Dolphins, you got to make a decision now at some point. Like, what are we doing here at the quarterback position? And so I think for me it's Tua. The other one, and this is just because I heard the owner of this team talking about it the other day, the other one's Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott, Jerry's in the news the other day talking about Joe Milton. Oh, man, he looks fantastic. He's been throwing the ball real well this week. I'm really impressed with this young man. Like, Jerry's the type of guy that I think after a while gets, sick of certain things. And he's got the amount of blank you money that he'd be like, okay, Dak, you're now Kirk Cousins. You're my backup. Mm-hmm. I ain't going to get rid of you. I'm not going to eat the money. You're just not going to play because I don't believe in you. I could be wrong with that, but that's the way I view it. Because Dak Prescott to me is like the ultimate, man, is he good or not? I think he's great. I don't know if he's any good. But he got paid, to Carey's point, he's been paid. Yeah. But is he worth it?
I think there's several different ways to look at this. I know what you're saying with Trevor Lawrence, Carey, because if you already got paid, you're likely not going to lose your job.
It's not that
it's
much.
Not like you're going to get replaced.
Correct.
Yeah. So I get it from that standpoint. So I think maybe they fall into certain categories. I think Trevor Lawrence does fall in the category of public perception, though. Yeah. I don't think you think very highly of Trevor Lawrence. I think you think he's fine.
I think he's fine.
If he winds up having a big season, though, maybe he could change your mind a little bit, right? So there's a bit of a crossroads there. Mm-hmm. Maybe he goes out and he balls. I don't know. I doubt it, but there is a public perception that comes with Trevor Lawrence, and I do think he's one of those QBs. It's like, I don't think he's terrible.
Right.
I don't think he's anywhere close to the top 10, but I think he could be a decent franchise quarterback. Anthony Richardson, I think, is another interesting case.
He's in the risk.
I think you're in your third year.
Yep.
You still have 2 more seasons, this one and next year, before they got to figure out, or I guess it's just this season, because don't you have to declare whether or not you're going to pick up that fifth year option before the 4th year, right?
Before the 4th year, yep.
So I think he's at a bit of a crossroads already, and he just entered the league. And Carey, you broke him down perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
The one play that he hurt his finger on in that preseason game where he's not setting his protections, and he gets blasted.
Yep. And
that's
unnecessarily
something,
too.
That's something that, Carey, you have pointed out, where if you're a quarterback, even a young quarterback, you better know that. And he's misreading that in a preseason game.
Right.
So I think Anthony Richardson only in his 3rd year, but I think his status with the Colts already feels in doubt. I mean, they're talking about Daniel Jones being the starter.
Yeah, he kind of did that to himself last year, taking himself out of the game where the entire and they benched him for it. And so he's put himself in a position where if you don't perform well, if you don't show that elite talent that got you drafted in the first round, you could be potentially out of a job or looking for a new team to play on, because if Daniel Jones, they didn't sign Daniel Jones just to come in and be a backup to you. They signed him as a security blanket to make sure that if you don't perform well, you can thrust him into that starting spot and hopefully not miss a beat. And the Indianapolis Colts will more than likely be looking for a quarterback in next year's draft if Anthony Richardson is not your starting quarterback. So I agree. I think he's also in that Justin Fields, Anthony Richardson boat, because you haven't signed a new deal. You haven't performed particularly well in your time that you have been a starter. You've dealt with some injuries, and they have someone in the building that could be your backup, but it could be your replacement if you don't go out there and do your job well.
The third, the last one that I kind of circled here was Bryce Young. Benched last year for Andy Dalton. Then he had a really nice stretch run for the final 4 or 5 games. He looked like he was a perfect fit for Dave Canales' offense. And then, of course, they bring in even more weapons. I think that offense could be really good this season. Then they're going to have to, because the defense isn't very good. But, Bryce Young is another one of those young quarterbacks that seemingly is already at a crossroads where it's like, are you the real deal? Are we going to exercise the 5th year option? I guess maybe they already did. But somebody that are you going to commit to for longer than just that rookie season?
Can I ask you guys a question? What about, and I know he's getting a fresh start-ish with the coach.
Caleb Williams?
Yeah. Like, what if the Bears have drafted Justin Fields twice? What I mean is a quarterback where they think he's got all the tools, whatnot. Now, Caleb Williams certainly was viewed as a higher potential pick. Not potential, his ceiling is higher than Justin Fields. I would say that was the expectation, drafted number 1 overall. But what if he can't perform the necessary tasks or the duties that Ben Johnson has put together for his offense, yet he has all pieces around him?
Yeah.
If he can't do it, do the Bears go back into the draft and the quarterback pool?
So I think Caleb Williams has this year and next year to not perform well, and then they'll be looking for another quarterback.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I don't think that they would just say, all right, we're going to move on after 2 seasons, because I feel like that's not enough time for some players. If he's not showing an ability to, if he doesn't want to work, or if he doesn't want to put in the work.
What if he just can't grasp the concepts that Ben Johnson's putting in front of him?
First round players get more, you know this. First round players get way more opportunities than 7th round and undrafted, 5th round, 6th round. Like they're going to exhaust all possibilities before they say, all right, we're done with it. So for me, that's why I didn't have Caleb Williams on this list.
But he'd be on the board like in the wait and see. Like
this year, after this year, if he doesn't do well enough this season, I'm like, all right, we got to give him 1 more year. And if that's not good enough, then it's time to move on, in my opinion.
All right, we need a new Beat the Streak contestant. So if you want to play Beat the Streak, just text in 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. Again, Beat the Streak is next. Plus, we'll play Bet the Board here on 101 ESPN. Baseball season is heading toward its stretch run. Still plenty of time to play Underdog's Champions Game. Underdog is one of the fastest growing sports game apps, and you can play now right here in our state of Missouri. It's simple, it's fast, it's built for fans who want to test their sports knowledge in real time. Their app has over 100,000 five-star reviews and millions of users. People are playing everywhere. They're winning big. Here's how it works. It's easy. Playing on Underdog, just pick a player or a couple of players. Choose whether or not they're going to have big games or they're going to have lousy games. So you can choose higher or lower on stats like home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and more. That's it. That's all you have to do. If your entry's correct, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. That means you could turn a single dollar into 1,000 just by getting a few picks right. So download the Underdog app, sign up with my promo code Anthony to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, that promo code is Anthony. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit. -match-terms. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
I want to hit baseballs. All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming. And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
All right, we got Levi on the line to play Beat the Streak. What's up, Levi?
No, not a lot, guys. How are we doing today?
Doing all right, man. Appreciate you playing. Marsh, what's the latest streaks?
All right, I have a streak of 5 right now.
Nice.
All 3 of you gentlemen have a streak of 1. And unfortunately for Chuck, he did not get a hit. That was Ezekiel Tovar, did not get a hit last night. So that is why we have Levi on the show.
All right, Marsh, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go with a Cardinal tonight. Give me Alec Burleson.
All right, who's next, Mark?
That would be Well, it's honestly, it doesn't matter.
CD, go ahead.
Jordan Walker.
Jamie?
Gotta go with Donnie Baseball.
All right. I'm going to take Jordan Beck. He went to Wichita State. I had to take him. You know?
Anthony.
Wichita State.
Apparently, the YouTube feed of that is pretty funny.
Oh, was it?
Our faces, apparently.
I need to see it because I figured you and I were like,
I was like, what? Anyways.
Africa. Final answer.
She's brutal. Jason Biden.
He should be. He should absolutely. All right. What do you got?
I'm going to go Wilson Contreras.
All right.
That's a good pick.
There you go. Wilson Contreras. All right. Hopefully Contreras gets you a hit, and we'll have you back on tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Go Cards.
All right. Yep.
All right. It's time to play by the board. All right, Marsh, what do we got for standings?
All right, I'm in the lead. I have 4. Anthony, you have 3. Jamie has 3. And Carey has 2. Carey is on a dry spell right now. 5 straight bet the boards he has missed.
That's going to change today, Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence in you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So I'll lead us off. Give me the Seattle Mariners team total over 4.5 runs scored tonight.
Me?
Or me.
Go for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Money line play here. Give me the Brewers over the Pirates. Peralta versus Skeens. Minus 136.
I'm going to take the Blue Jays.
I looked at that one too.
Minus 132 over the Cubs.
I liked that one, and I also liked the what's the other one? Rangers over the Diamondbacks, but it was 155.
Give me the Phillies over the Reds.
That's a good one too.
Phillies over
Minus
the Reds.
145.
All right. That is Bet the Board. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. Boy, it's a rough Bet the Board month.
It's not good.
Thanks.
No. We need some foosball to mix up some of this baseball.
Man.
Well, I'm fine as long as I can make my picks.
What?
Yeah.
Here's the question.
Make some great
Is Carey going to go away from the 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs once football rolls around? Is there a new
Who's
one
a
and a
new
half?
1.5?
What would that be football-wise?
Because in the basketball, it was what? Points, rebounds.
Points, rebounds, and assists.
Yep.
I got to find it. I got to figure out what that would be. I don't know if they have something equivalent to that.
Maybe like rush and receiving yards for a running back?
Yeah. Probably. I could do that.
My favorite was
Saquon.
the opening kickoff.
You did like that one.
I did like that one. And
What,
then they,
you found a
they
couple of
made the
weirdos.
numbers go higher.
Did.
A couple of weird lines
They must
Marsh
be
was looking
listening.
at. All right, we've got the biggest question of the day. So I was looking at where the Tigers were a year ago around this time, and I wanted to dust off the question that we had heading into the MLB trade deadline, or at least a couple weeks before it. Could the Cardinals still be the 2024 version of the Tigers? That's next on 101 ESPN.
biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. 5:01, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So I dove back into the numbers from last year, and the Cardinals, not that far off from where the Tigers were. In fact, the Cardinals were actually the Tigers were actually a little worse. The 2024 Tigers were 52 and 57 heading into August last season after selling at the deadline. So we had that conversation a couple of times leading into the deadline, whether or not the Cardinals could still sell and then kind of be what the Tigers were, which is make the playoffs. So again, Tigers 52 and 57 heading into August. That put them fourth in the AL Central and 5 games back of the Mariners for the final wild card spot. They finished the month of August just 1 game above 500 at 69 and 68. Then they went 17 and 8 in September to finish 10 games above 500. They finished 1 game above the Mariners in the wild card spot. Do you guys think the Cardinals still have an opportunity to be the 2024 version of the Tigers?
That's a tough one.
Yes.
Who did the Tigers have on?
Scooble.
Okay. You knew where I was going.
I knew.
Okay. I
knew exactly.
I just get confused sometimes with all these pictures, Anthony.
Yeah, no.
Is he any good?
Yes, he's incredible.
Like how good would you say? Like, I don't know. Maybe like the
filthy,
best
filthy, disgusting good.
In the American League?
You don't have Scooble.
Okay. I don't think you're getting to a .531 winning percentage either. Tigers put up 86 wins last year. I know the Cardinals put up, 83 wins, but I don't know if the Cardinals get to 83 wins this year. That's going to be tough. What are they at right now? 60?
Right now, they are 61 and 59.
Yeah, they're
22
right
more
wins.
I don't know. I don't see them being.
They'd have to have a great month of September. That was the key for the Tigers. Yeah. Because at the end of August, again, the Tigers were 69 and 68. So it's not like they were heading into September. I mean, they started to turn things around, but it's not like.
Here's my issue with the Cardinals right now.
Everything. Most things.
No. Just too many question marks. We talked about earlier, like Matthew Liberatore. He's never pitched as much in his career. Where does that go? Mm-hmm. He might still throw grease BBs the rest of the year, and I hope he does, but what if it doesn't? What if that crashes? Who's your replacement? Miles Michaelis, nice outing last night, but we also know what it can look like when it's not going well. Andre Palante's been struggling. So those are 3 of your top 5 rotation guys. If that goes south in any capacity, there's no chance you're the Tigers. And then you still have your question marks. Newt's not healthy. Arenado can't hit, and he's injured right now. Gorman is certainly he's spotty when it comes to his play. Offensive numbers are looking better. Defensively, he's not great. Jordan Walker looks good right now. Victor Scott's not going to give you much offensively. So I don't see them having enough to be what the Tigers were last year. Right now, we're just hoping and praying they scratch in somehow, and not even because of their own good play, but because the Mets and the Reds and whoever else stubs their toe is what we're counting on.
Yeah.
Well, the 314 just texted in and gave us a little insight on the overall strength of schedule ranking. The Reds have the 3rd hardest, the Mets have the 8th hardest, and the Cardinals have the 14th hardest.
So 14th being more like obviously just average. They have an average schedule the rest of the year. Reds having a difficult schedule. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
I'm looking at wild card teams for the last few years, and looks like 84 for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That was the lowest win.
The lowest,
yeah,
in I don't know 5, 6, 10 years maybe.
Well, they did just change the format a few years ago.
I went back. I know. I went back to 2022. Was that the last when they changed the format? And that was 84 wins by your Arizona Diamondbacks.
My Diamondbacks?
Mm-hmm. Cardinals need to get to at least
2022.
84.
That would have been the Phillies.
No, in 23. I said I went back to 2022.
Marshy's doubting a lot of what you're saying, CD. He's calling you
saying that
on almost
so the Cardinals
everything.
were the third best team out of the 3 division winners, which means they would have taken on the lowest ranking team in the playoffs, which would have been the Phillies.
Yeah, he's talking about 23.
I'm talking about how many wins that team had. The lowest win total for a team making it into the playoffs was 84 wins. So the Cardinals,
okay,
not that season you're talking
not that
okay,
year.
well, you said you're going back to 2022, and then
But then 2023 is when
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm glad we sorted that out.
I was confused as to what you were saying.
Oh, I apologize. Hopefully I can make it more clear next time.
All right, so
it sounded like a crab sandwich.
Talking about me.
Open face.
I wasn't saying anything about you.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so besides Scooble, though, it's not as if the Tigers had some world-beating team. Now, Scooble made a huge difference, obviously. But with the way with the way the Cardinals have played with Sonny Gray, say for July, especially at home, they have been outstanding with him. So outside of not having one of the best pitchers in baseball, is there anything else where you look at it and say, well, the Cardinals can't just match up with the Tigers from a year ago? Again, we're only talking about the third wild card. That's it.
I guess my concern is, and will continue to be, is it's not just can they make it to the third wild card. Sure, but there are other teams that are in front of them. One being the New York Mets. Another being the Cincinnati Reds, who are ahead of you in your division. Now it's only one game by the Reds, but I guess my question is, do we think that the Mets are going to fall off that much to where you can surpass them? Because nobody's talking about even attempting to catch the Cubs or the Padres to be the 1 or 2 wild card team.
Right.
Like, no one is even speaking of that. We're just talking about the final wild card. The New York Mets, the Cincinnati Reds are ahead of you. You're a game and a half ahead of the Giants right now, who,
they're done.
Whatever.
The Giants are done. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
They're not playing good at all. They've dropped 3 straight, but if you look at their record since the trade deadline, it's been atrocious. In the second half of the season, they've been horrible.
I tend to, when I look at the standings, I go on ESPN.com, and I tend to look at the differential. And then the teams that are higher usually are in the green, in the run differential, meaning they score more than they get scored on. And then the teams with the red are generally lower. They get scored on more than they score. And the Cardinals they got a red number. They're minus 17. Not bad. Definitely not great. Not terrible.
The Giants are plus 8, though.
They are.
And you just mentioned they're playing bad baseball.
And they're a game.
I think your point is that the Mets are plus 30 despite all their struggles, and the Reds are plus 38.
There you go.
In run differential. So.
And that means they score more runs than they allow, generally speaking.
Yes.
So
now the Mets have lost 7 straight games.
Who's keeping track of those, Anthony?
1-9 in their last 10. They have the Braves, and then they have the Seattle Mariners, who have won, I believe, 9 games in a row. No, 7 games in a row, 9-1 in their last 10.
There you go. Yep. The Mets, the one thing the Cardinals, and it hasn't, this is a small sample size, but the one thing the Cardinals have had fairly consistently is they've pitched much better this last couple times through the rotation. Now, Palante got crushed in that 9-1 game. And then, of course, you had the Dodgers game in which Miles Michaelis threw batting practice. But other than that, your pitching over the last now 2+ series has been pretty good. So if you get outings like you had out of Michael McGreevy on Friday, continued outings out of Sonny Gray now that we're out of July, if Matthew Liberatore can give you a shot and Palante not have the massive meltdowns like you had on Friday, you're gonna have a shot. Again, this team is, what was the one statistic earlier from come from behind games? 29 comeback wins this year. I think they're scrappy. Marsh, why not us?
Why not us? We've been saying it since August 1st, that Friday, one day before the cutoff point to be able to jump on the bandwagon. So we were late to getting to that bandwagon, I guess, but we still made it on.
That's true. Absolutely. All right, we've got back-to-back Sports Six-Packs Part 1's coming up next. If you got a question, 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. And Part 1 of the Sports Six-Pack is next.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
All right, part 1 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Go ahead, Marsh.
Question number 1.
All right, this first question comes from Marsh's Burner. What does Nolan Gorman need to do down the stretch to convince you he's a part of the everyday lineup next year?
Nothing. I think he's a nice bench bat. I think he's a nice rotational piece. He's a He is a platoon player.
Yeah, but the question was, what can he do to show you different?
Nothing.
I can see they got 42 games left.
Nothing.
For me.
So if he hits 10 more bombs down the stretch here to get to 20.
We're going to play him.
Anywhere, if he hits 10 more bombs, he'd be the hardest hitter we've got.
Where?
I don't care. Second base.
Okay.
DH.
So J.J. Weatherholt, we're not doing
putting him at third because Gorman can't play third.
What are you going to do with Arenado?
You're on DFA.
On and on and on and go.
Only thing he can do, they got 42 games left, hit 20 home runs.
20 more?
20 more. You said 10, I said 20. You look at me like I'm crazy?
A little bit.
Is he going to do it?
No.
Well, then he ain't getting, then there's your
Why don't
answer.
you just say, let's cut him then? Instead of giving him an unfair goal to reach.
Is it unfair?
It's completely unfair.
Why?
Because nobody else is hitting the ball either.
That's not... you asked me what can he do.
He's got 10 so far, so you want him to hit 20 more.
All right, 15 more. You happy now?
No.
You think 10 is possible?
No.
You gave him 10.
I know, and I thought that was a stretch.
15 more.
So if we don't want him to play all the time, how will he end up hitting all those home runs?
No, you got to play every day. And you just got to deal with
Not
it.
in Anthony's book.
Okay. 10 home runs. If he hits 10 home runs, I'll consider him an everyday player. I have no idea where the hell I'm going to play him, but I'll at least consider it. How can I make everybody happy?
I said put Herrera back behind the plate.
Okay, don't start.
Nobody likes that.
Don't you start.
Don't you start.
You got a little bit miffed there. Don't. We're having fun here, playing a little game. Don't be mad.
I apologize.
Nobody wants Herrera to play
10 home runs.
catcher anymore.
No, but let's just say hypothetically, Gorman can hit 10 more home runs. It puts him as your number one home run hitter of the team. And that's assuming that, Contreras gets maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever during the stretch. Like, don't you have to find a spot for him to play then? Like, the question of where's he going to play kind of has to go away because you don't have anybody else in your lineup that has pop like that. Don't you try to have to find someone to play?
I mean,
you do.
I guess it's the only spot still at second base.
Does that bother you?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's like a CD rack.
And you keep flipping it on my foot. I think someone's grabbing my foot.
Initially, I thought it was like a radiator. But then it moved and there's nothing behind it. So I just kind of...
It's just startling when I feel something grab my foot and you're sitting up and he's sitting out. I'm like, what the hell? Is Marshy crawling around down here? Anyways, I don't know. I think... And maybe that just adds more to the problem. If he hits that, because then you're like, okay, because the question mark is, well, what is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can clear a spot at second. You can try to figure it out at second base. You can play Don. Well, now we're back to the whole Newt, clearing the spot for Newt. Weatherholt at third base next year, provided he's ready to go. Newt gets traded. Donovan is in.
So ultimately,
left,
though,
but what do you do with Burleson?
You're right. So ultimately, not only do they have too many outfielders, they've got too many infielders. So if you got Sajaci, Arenado, Wynn, Donovan, Gorman, Weatherholt. 6 guys for 2 positions because you're not taking Wynn out of shortstop.
Right.
You're not taking Contreras off of first base. So you got second base and third base. So you got 5 guys. Because I said Wynn, so let's take him out. You got 5 guys competing for 2 spots.
And the best man win.
And let's not forget...
It's impossible to give everybody reps to find out who the best man is.
Let's not forget that Arenado is still somewhat in the picture.
Well, that's why I had him on that list. Which is why I think the Cardinals have to do the one thing that they don't want to do the most is trade him to somewhere and eat the entire salary.
Oh, I thought it was spend money.
Or eat the contract. And not that you DFA him. I don't know how you handle that. But you don't need him on your team anymore. Because he's causing a massive traffic jam. Right. And I hate to say that about one of the best third basemen in the game. But it's time. It's time. Because if you really want Weatherholt, Sajaci, all these other players to get an opportunity, they need somewhere to play. And if he's there every game and he wants to play every game, then you can't do it.
Yep.
Question number 2.
This one's from the Water Boy. Looking at the divisions currently, only one division has 4 teams with an above 500 record. Is the NL Central back?
How long does it have to prove itself though? Because the NL Central has been crap for a long time. So do we just back to what?
It's the best division in the National League right now.
Mm-hmm. It is, absolutely. But what is it falling back to? Because normally it's the Cardinals and then insert whoever's on a run that year.
Yeah.
Right? Lately it's been the Brewers and then whoever's been on a run. It's really good this season.
Yeah.
The young pitching is really good, but are the Pirates going to continue to try to, are they going to keep Paul Skeens? I don't know what the Reds are. The Reds got some good young pitching. They hired Tito Francona in the offseason, so maybe that has changed. The Brewers never get respect in the offseason. They don't do anything, and then regular season they just win.
Why are they ever?
But I don't know what they're falling back to. I don't know what the NL Central's falling back to.
Well, maybe the question isn't, is the NL Central back? More so, it could be, is the NL Central on the rise to be now a perennial division within Major League Baseball?
Or is the National League overall got a lot of underachievers this year? Because nobody predicted the Braves to be at a .432 winning percentage. Mm-hmm. The Giants at .496, I don't know what I thought of them, but the Diamondbacks were supposed to be a team too. Like that NL West was supposed to be a gauntlet of a division this year, and it's turned into a two-horse race again with the Padres and the Dodgers. So there are a few teams that are underperforming in the National League, which might contribute to the Central being a little bit better this year.
I mean, it is the best division in baseball.
Statistically, as far as win percentage, they have the most teams over 500.
Yep.
All right. Question number 3.
All right, from the 636. Actually, let's go. Yeah, we'll go with the 636. Would you guys rather see Kyle Leahy or Gordon Graceffo be a starter next season or in the near future?
I like Kyle. I think he has a little juice to him. A little bit. I mean, somebody got to be a starter. Huh?
He's pitching well.
He is. Somebody's going to have to do it. If Liam Doyle isn't ready, that's who I really want to see in that spot. I want to see guys with high upside.
I'm with you.
That will bite your damn head off if you make them mad. That's what I want to see. I want to see a pitching staff that is angry, just throwing fastballs right inside and making batters uncomfortable. That's what I want to see. Guys that give a damn.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of Graceffo. He was the hot name a couple of years ago. Everybody's like, Graceffo, McGreevy, those guys are coming up. McGreevy's really the only one that's taken the big steps forward. Graceffo's kind of been caught in this holding pattern thing. Has he helped himself? I don't really know. Has he hurt himself? I don't really know. Mm-hmm. But because he has options, he gets shuttled back and forth with Memphis. I do think the Cardinals are going to give Graceffo and Leahy every opportunity to start come spring training. I think they have to, and I think they will. But I don't know if either one of those guys. I don't know if either one of those guys' ceiling is a rotation. Just don't know yet.
Yeah, Leahy's kind of interesting.
He's very interesting, but can he do it? And then after that, you got an innings problem. Mm-hmm. Because as much as he's been good here, you stretch him out to be a starter, and then you get like Liberatore halfway through the year. All of a sudden, Leahy's pitched the most innings he's pitched ever.
Right, then what? I think we're all kind of hoping for Liam Doyle to make this fast track to the majors, right?
Matthews, one of those guys. Yeah. Liam Doyle, though, excites me because he's got that velocity. He's a little bit cuckoo between the ears, too. I don't mind that. Like Carey said, even if it's a little wild on the field, if every other fastball or slider misses inside and it comes close to a little chin music, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm game for that as well. All right, it's Fast Line on 101 ESPN. Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack is next. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. And part 2 of the Six Pack next.
Anthony, you know I love me some Lake of the Ozarks. Love getting down there, having fun with friends, being on the water. I mean, it just feels right. Well, our guy, Stewie, not only does he help people here in St. Louis, he's helping people down at the Ozarks. Stewie, tell us all about it, brother.
Well, we just closed an ESPN listener this morning. He came to me and said, hey, I want to buy this condo. I want to put 20% down. I'm scrapping around for the cash to be able to do this, and it's a second home for us to have a retreat. And I said, listen, don't do that. When you buy a second home and it's a condo, the rates are 0.5 to 0.75% higher. And unfortunately, as a second home, you don't get qualified for the bagel loan. So you have to pay closing costs on top of it. I said, how about your house here in St. Louis? It's free and clear. We took out the full $250,000, gave him cash. It made his offer look more attractive to the seller as a cash buyer. He closed in 10 days, got his cash, bought the condo. He's paying less, no closing costs with the bagel loan, was way ahead of the game.
But he called Stewie first. That's the key, right? So give him a call. Personal cell phone number, 314-324-4440.
Again, that number, 314-324-4440.
Stewie's always available, too, man. Even if he can't pick up the phone, he can immediately text you or get right back to you. He wants to make sure that he's going to save you money over the long haul. And there's no situation that you can't throw at Stewie. He's not going to have some sort of answer for you to help you out. So, again, give him a call or Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a good night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
Are we waiting on your little pill to hit home base?
No, I got a chewable. It works faster.
Oh, so we can get naughtier sooner?
And longer.
Victory Men's Health has launched VictoryRx.com. Get prescribed our #1 ED medication. It has the combined power of Cialis and Viagra in a chewable tablet and better absorption. It's easy. Get a consultation on VictoryRx.com and your ED chewable. VictoryRx.com, where men's sexual health matters.
Sponsored by the St. Louis Cardinals.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals look to take another series as they square off against the Colorado Rockies tonight. They won last night 3-2 over the Rockies thanks to Brendan Donovan's clutch pinch hit. 6:45 is first pitch tonight with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. It's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Part 2 of our six-pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll do part 2 next, right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga
Heating and Cooling,
a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
All right, part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. If you have a question, Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646 with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. Anything Stalter? Marsh, fire away.
Question number 4.
Gentlemen, it is the talk of the internet right now. Everybody's talking about it. I'm surprised it took this long for someone to text in and ask us this question. But Taylor Swift will join her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, and his brother, Jason, on their podcast tomorrow, New Heights. We get a question from the 314. How excited are you for Taylor Swift's new album? 0? Okay.
I can't say that I'm overly excited.
I don't know.
I didn't know she was coming out with an album.
I didn't either.
I saw the because of Kelsey brothers, but I don't. I'm not in. I mean, my daughter might be excited.
I'm sure my daughter is. The same daughter that joined the show earlier today.
She made her debut.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she'll be excited, and I'm sure that the one good thing about my daughter now being able to drive, and she has her own vehicle, is I don't have to drive her all over the place anymore.
Absolutely.
2, I don't automatically have to hand over the Bluetooth or aux cord, and 3, I don't have to listen to Taylor Swift every time we drive somewhere.
There you go.
I mean, it's trifecta
And
of wins.
I'm not a Swiftie hater. There are some songs that play that I don't really realize is Taylor Swift. I like that. That's kind of a good song. Be like, who sings that? And I'm like, Dad, it's Taylor Swift. I'm like, okay, great, good.
Dad.
Yeah.
All right. Back off.
Okay, all right. I suck as a father. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Marsh, are you excited?
You a Swiftie? I mean, Rachel's a, she likes listening to music and, Swifties, are we?
Now, are you more of a Swiftie or is Rachel?
I don't think either one of us are.
Okay. Because it made it, I felt like she plays it and you're forced to listen to it.
Or maybe he plays it and she's forced to listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out here.
No.
Yeah.
She's more of a Ariana Grande stan.
Really?
As the kids say. Stan.
Really?
See,
it means fan, apparently.
I'm not really into the Ariana Grande. Every song kind of sounds the same.
I did have to listen to that album, which was pretty good.
I mean,
I don't know any of it.
That's what Carey we know.
Do you think because of this album that we'll see more Taylor Swift throughout the football season again? Or do you think that's died down?
Well, her relationship is still going, so I imagine we'll see her at the football games.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see her any.
About.
I don't think you're going to see her any less. I don't know if you're going to see her any more though.
Yeah,
I think she's going to do obviously some more speaking events, and going on that podcast is one way to capture a whole
very
new
nice of her
listening group.
That podcast is going to.
There's
do
a
numbers.
method to the madness.
Very
Carey.
nice of her.
It's going to do numbers.
Yes.
It really does.
It does great numbers.
Yeah,
that one,
this will be
at the same time,
astronomical.
Taylor Swift can promote all her stuff too.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be like a record-breaking podcast?
Probably.
It'll be their highest numbers, probably.
It might be the highest numbers ever.
Yeah,
I don't know
Rob.
ever. Some of the podcasts had some serious. Like Donald Trump on Joe Rogan was pretty, that did numbers.
Did it?
Yeah, it did numbers.
Never seen it.
Question number 5.
Carey. You're not going to see the Taylor Swift one either, so why does it
I
matter?
didn't see it. I'm not into politics.
You might.
All right, let's move on to some sports. Gray Francis Fan Club wants to know which player is more important to their team, both today and in the future. Is it Jake Neighbors or Brendan Donovan?
It's funny. They're both very similar style of player.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So one will have the greater impact now and in the future? I think it has to be Jake Neighbors because he's so much younger. And Jake's only, 22 years old.
And Jake is regarded as a young leader within that
he's
locker
gonna be
room.
he's going to be the core of this team for a long time. Like I've said before, he'll wear a letter on his jersey at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
So that would mean his runway is going to be longer. He'll have more impact.
Yeah, I think you're right. With his age, this might be a tied for first situation here. Like maybe more so Donovan right now, but the question is about the future.
Yeah, and Donovan, who knows? What is he, 28, 29 now? somewhere in that
Somewhere in
vicinity.
that range.
So that's 7 years difference.
Mm-hmm.
It gives Jake 7 years of
runway
to build his resume here. I'd say Neighbors.
Same. Jake Neighbors.
Is that because you would trade Donnie?
He doesn't like Donnie. We know that.
I wouldn't trade Donnie. I just wouldn't give him an extension if I were the Cardinals. If it was my money, or if it wasn't my money and I was using someone else's money, I'd give him
it's way easier that way.
I'd give him
All right, so if it was the Cardinals' money, not your money, but you were in charge of it, you would pay.
Oh, no question.
Okay, got it.
He's a great guy, great leader.
There you go.
Ain't my damn money. Give a damn what you do.
I think it really depends on what you value in a team. I value Jake Neighbors because I think he's a great depth piece for the Blues. Whereas Brendan Donovan right now on this current team is top 3 best player on your team. On a really great team, he is probably in that same role as Jake Neighbors, a good depth piece for you.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you value for your team. But I'd go Jake Neighbors, especially with Zach Bolduc being traded. You need that depth in the forward, and I think Jake Neighbors does a great job of that.
There you go.
Question number 6.
All right, Symphonic Metalhead wants to know, what would you say is the toughest and easiest NHL division to make the playoffs in this year?
Oh, the toughest and easiest. The toughest is going to be the Central Division, in my opinion. That is an absolute gauntlet of teams that are in that division. I mean, you look at the Jets, the Stars, the Avalanche, the Wild, the Blues, and Utah should all be competing for playoff spots. And I don't know what Nashville is yet, but if they decide to wake up and play the way they can, that's almost every team in the division that's a playoff contender. The lone wolf on this one will be the Chicago Blackhawks that are still probably a couple of years away. Pacific Division is top heavy with the Kings, Oilers, Vegas Knights. Who knows what the Flames and the Canucks will be. The other one that's a tough one is the Atlantic. The Atlantic Division this year, the Leafs, the Lightning, the Panthers, the Senators, the Canadiens, those are all going to be good teams. So I would say the toughest division would be the Central Division. The easiest division would be the Metropolitan Division because you have several teams that did not even make the playoffs last year that I don't know if they're going to be any good this year or not.
Do you find it boring when the same teams make the playoffs? Or do you find it exciting because we're in an era of dominance for said teams?
I thought it was exciting last year that the Senators and the Canadiens were like right there at the end of the. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was fun. Some fresh blood in there.
It could be any sport.
Well, the only reason I ask that is because if it's football and it's a new team, but the quarterback isn't that great, I don't know if I'm that excited to see him. But whereas, I realize there's a lot of Chief fatigue, but for me, watching Patrick Mahomes play in the playoffs is always going to be compelling.
Right.
Whereas other sports, I might be more apt to say, hey, I'm interested in new fresh blood in baseball. Hockey, I think you always have enough of the kind of new fresh teams as well as your teams that have been good for the last couple of years, whether that's Florida now or Tampa Bay in the recent future. So yeah, I think it matters per sport for me.
I like if a team has a chance to dominate and continue to win, I think that's pretty cool. I think other teams should figure out a way to stop it. Like, I don't have a problem with the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl every year. It's so boring. Then beat them. You don't like it.
I'm with you on that.
Like, if you're mad, beat them.
I don't get mad at teams that are successul.
Yeah.
What if you can't beat them, Carey? What if your favorite team is in the other conference,
You join them.
I don't want to do
Kevin
that.
Durant did. Got 2 championships out of it. Made sense.
It's going to get another one this year. No, probably not.
Probably not in Houston.
Yeah, no. They're sure going to try, though.
They are going to try.
Yeah.
I think it's going to work.
All righty. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. When we come back, what we learned, 3 stars of the day, next.
Cheap, fun. Let's get dirty over at Dirt Cheap. So much great things to choose from there. They're your one-stop party shop. So whatever it is you're looking to do, whether it's birthday parties, pool parties, lake visits, float trips, or just a regular Sunday afternoon, Dirt Cheap has got you covered. They got a great selection of all the tequilas, the margarita mixes. They've got the little shooter bottles. They've got the buckets full of shooter bottles. And if you need something or you're looking for something unique, ask them if they can order it. They will gladly do so. And don't be fooled by the two words, Dirt Cheap. That is the price, not the product. Also, let's not forget to download the Dirt Cheap Rewards app. You'll start saving immediately. You'll get a little bit of a heads up on deals that are in place, and there's certain bourbon raffles and things like that that are available on the app. You can also place a pickup or delivery order right from the app. And the Kisker location, I know for a fact, has a drive-through. So if you don't want to get out of your car and just want to do it that way, they can help you out. And for all other inquiries, information, and just fun things to read up on, visit them at cheapcheapfunfun.com. Again, that's cheapcheapfunfun.com. Remember to have fun, but please be careful out there.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or check out the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts, of course, brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Jamie?
I learned that I've been saying Wichita wrong for my entire life. You missed that? Again, download the podcast, listen to the Gauntlet. It'll make sense to you.
I learned that I could actually top my India blunder with even more stupidity. Again, check out the Gauntlet today for more fun with that.
Learned that the Cardinals might be in the same position they're in right now next year. You guys don't want to trade anybody.
No, not us.
You want to keep everybody on the roster.
Oh, we said that's what they're going to do.
That's what you think they should do.
No, that's what they're going to do.
Oh, I misheard you.
Yeah, it's because you weren't listening.
Probably not.
Yes, there it is.
Marsh?
I learned when you have children that whenever you feel like you are busy, it doesn't matter because your children will call you.
I'm glad you learned that today.
I did learn that today. I saw it firsthand. I witnessed it. I also learned that when Jamie uses his voice to reenact his daughter, he uses like a South Park Cartman voice. Dad.
Yeah, you kind of did.
I know. Never know what to expect.
That was amazing. Like, we had just got done talking about how your kids often, like every day, call you,
care.
text you when you're on the show. Everybody knowing that you're going to be there 2 to 6.
Yeah.
When you're in the bathroom, and then all of a sudden got needs that need to be met right then and there.
Yeah.
Just got in here and get 5 more minutes, maybe. That. Right now.
Dad.
And
Dad.
McKenna didn't even text you. She FaceTimed.
She didn't even call me.
She FaceTimed you.
Yes.
Like, she's not gonna leave a message on that.
No.
She just thought you're available.
He'll be fine. There's 4 people on the show. He'll be fine.
He can walk out.
Yeah. No.
It was right in the middle of the segment, so it's not like we were breaking or yeah. She probably doesn't even listen.
She listened after to hear us. She was like, I heard you guys after talking about me. Like, yeah.
Marsh, what do you got?
All right, this one comes from Biscuit. Stalter is the man, can make a mistake and take it on the chin. Respect.
Well, thank you. No other way to take it.
Ladue Lawn Boy says, Anthony, we love you.
Thanks.
There you go.
The 618 says,
can I translate that real quick? Jamie's like, wow, you are an idiot. There you go, buddy. Some people still love you.
It's not the way I meant it, but I can see how you think that. I meant, like, there you go. Like, it's not so bad, you know?
Well, in fact, dumb, Anthony. People are still sending good things to you, buddy. There you go.
They still love you anyways. You know, we all have that cousin or that relative.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
We love them anyways.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Marsh. Sorry.
The 618 says, Anthony will be the highlight of both what we learned and 3 stars.
Yeah, I'm thinking that probably is the case. I heard Marsh, one of the segments, I heard Marsh cutting up the audio from the Gauntlet, and the only reason why I knew he was playing it is because I could hear it through his earphones, his headphones.
Anthony, we do love you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Indian peafowl are native to India, naturally, as well as Sri Lanka. These countries are located on the continent of
Africa. Final answer.
That was fast, too.
That was, too.
That's super fast.
It's almost like I didn't think it through.
Anthony, I got to be honest.
Man.
I can see you getting out of sorts with the Africa-India.
No.
I can.
No. Not at all.
This one
was tough.
This one was...
I'll even make myself dumber. I look down, I go, that has to be Wichita.
The best part is you told me to read it after. You're like, well, look at the way it's spelled.
I thought there was a T. I thought there was a T missing. I'm just stupid. That was dumb.
It was epic.
I do have a question. Because, in fairness to you and to us, do you know of a city named Wichita?
No.
Okay.
We're not saying it doesn't exist.
Sounds like a northern Canadian city.
Why don't you get your golf clubs, head up to Wichita?
Yeah. I wish there was.
Near Saskatoon.
I wish there was. I'd save a little face on this one, but no, that was just a total blunder of epic proportions.
That's all right. We all have them.
We do.
Not like that. That was bad.
We do. Anthony, let's go back just for a second. Remember how bad my live reads were when I first started in this business?
Oh, honestly, they weren't.
They were terrible.
No,
listen.
They were terrible.
I guarantee you I had one worse than you.
No.
Because when I got done, Ryder was like,
they're money makers and we're screwing it up.
No.
Mine was worse. People were texting, what the hell was that?
We've all been there.
It froze up. Yeah.
Well, okay, let's go back. We were the ones that, what was it? I had a live read. I don't know if you were here. Marshy was for sure. I'm like, I can't find the website.
I'll give it to you later.
I'll tell you later.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
All I know is I can't wait to go to Wichita, Nevada someday.
There you go.
That's right.
Curb Stomp text in. Jamie answering his phone and having his daughter on the air was priceless. That's why I love this show. The impromptu topics and conversations leading to hilarious outcomes. Today has been a banger. Keep it up, gentlemen.
Nice. Thank you very much. We do always say, like, our listeners, that they are privy to our personal lives. We don't hide anything. We really don't.
We can't hide.
We can't hide. There's no point in hiding.
Including from friends.
Oh, no, you got one?
No.
Oh, boy. What? Does it hurt more?
I mean, I might as well just do it. So our good friends, the Buckmans, Niche is Indian. Mm-hmm. She must be listening. She goes,
boy.
What continent is India on? Seriously, Anthony? So I'm African?
That's the best.
Love you, Niche.
Yeah. Now that I know where you're from.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Sometimes you're on air and your brain gets moving quickly. Yeah. You're thinking of other things, and you F up.
Yeah, we don't get many takebacks on here.
No, at all.
None.
Like, we try,
yeah,
but they're out there.
And even if you think, well, maybe not everybody was listening, you got Marsh just detailing everything and making sure he can find the audio right when he needs it, such as that African one.
It never goes away.
I just want to apologize to everybody, including those that went to Central Michigan, because I am giving you...
Enrollment is down right now.
Enrollment is way down, and they have no idea why. We're not sending our kid there.
Oh, man.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
All right, third star of the day goes out to the Hard 9.
Oh, yeah.
Hard 9.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Time for a star.
All right, our second star goes to McKinnon's conch piercing that Jamie Rivers bought.
Yeah, that's right. Found out about that.
Yes. On air. Live.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, our first star of the day goes out to the city.
Wichita? You can hear Jamie laughing in the background. The best part is I was coming back from a break, and Carey was literally on the floor laughing, rewatching the YouTube video.
Jamie and I lifted our heads up at the same time. Like,
we both go whiplash.
All right. If I'm still back tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, you'll see these guys here in the Fast Lane. See you.